talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Supporting van owners to get the job done. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
With the 1 o'clock headlines, I'm Tom Clayton. Good afternoon. Wales have been drawn to face Bosnia and Herzegovina in their first match of the World Cup playoffs. But as European football expert Kevin Hutchard explains, things may get a little awkward if Northern Ireland beat Italy.
You have a situation where if Wales were to come through against Bosnia and Northern Ireland were to come through against Italy, they would play each other for a place at the World Cup.
Meanwhile, the Republic of Ireland will face Czechia, then one of Denmark or North Macedonia. Elsewhere, we know Scotland have already qualified, but would they want Harvey Barnes as part of the squad? There's talk the Newcastle forward may switch allegiances, having only played one friendly game for England 5 years ago. He qualifies for Scotland through his grandparents, and talkSPORT's Gabby Agbon-Lahore reckons he should go for it.
He's got to look at, is this his last chance to maybe go to a World Cup? And look at the pecking order. We've got Gordon, Rashford, you've got Eze. There's not really that position available at the moment for him to break in. He's not been in outstanding form.
There are also reports today that Crystal Palace have held conversations with Jean-Philippe Mateta over a new contract. Get more on that at talksport.com. And on the eve of the Ashes, a former Aussie batter has admitted to talkSPORT that baseball is actually popular down under.
There's no doubt it's brought a difference point of difference to Test cricket, and there's a time and place for it. However, it's going to be a challenge to try and do it here, particularly at Optus Stadium and maybe the Gabba with a pink ball.
Simon Katic there. Remember, there's loads of build-up content on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Play starts around 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Remember, talkSPORT has live updates.
talkSPORT News.
Former police officer David Carrick has received another life sentence after being found guilty of abuse dating back as far as the 1980s. And transgender people could be banned from single-sex spaces based on how they look. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Get a free vehicle safety check at all of our 600 centres nationwide to keep you safe on the road. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
There are weather warnings for ice and snow in place, particularly in northern Scotland and on eastern coast. Otherwise, mostly sunny but cold.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Good afternoon, you are listening to Rushden Baker on talkSPORT. H&J for the Rent-A-Ghost generation. You're welcome to listen to this show, whatever you look like. Here is Charlie Baker to tell you what's coming up between now and 4.
Yes, and thanks for the script, Max. Hey, Max, you're the best. I'd say underrated as a broadcaster. Yeah. I can't believe 5 Live haven't snapped you up. Anyway, we'll react to the World Cup playoff draw. Robbie Earnshaw will look ahead to Wales v Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then maybe Italy, while fresh from Budapest, Ray Houghton will cast his eye on the Republic's trip to the Czech Republic, and then maybe Denmark again.
Lars Sivertson's here for the rest of it, including Northern Ireland going to Italy. We'll be in touch. We'll touch on the Confed draw as well. Suriname have it all to do. And then Shabana Hearn will come on and do some Women's Champions League. Good win for Arsenal last night. Big game for Chelsea tonight.
Yes, Sol Campbell will look ahead to the North London derby. Knows a thing or two about both teams. And we'll talk to the Eastbourne Borough chairman. They've got Torquay on Saturday about the latest football documentary. And there's a birthday spread waste of half an hour, a kids' game.
Can I keep up my recent winning run? 1 from 1. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Charlie.
I think Andy makes it a bit easier when you're on. I think he does like a sort of. He puts like celebrity names in that you'll have heard of.
Like
he doesn't do like Dame Lucy Spraggart. who is a philosopher of Oxford University.
Professor Arbuthnot Chumley Chum.
That's sort of what he does when Paul's in.
Yeah, it'll just be, Andy Fensham. Cambridge United fullbacks from the 90s. That's who it'll be.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Max, football. Football came back this week. Football is so exciting.
There are moments where it's funny because I basically eventually burst into tears by watching so much Troy Parrott, and then Kenny McLean came along, and it happened again.
Yeah.
And then I'm not Scottish. I'm a tiny bit Irish. I think I'm not Scottish at all.
Well, sorry. I'll just stop you. How do you think you're a tiny bit Irish? Have you done any DNA testing?
It's a great granddad. That's what it is. Okay. That's what my mum tells me.
I think you should do the DNA test live on air. We can find out who you're supporting in next year's World Cup.
What if I'm not the father? What if I have?
Wow,
what if I'm not the father?
Even better. What a show that would be.
I'm sure Jeremy Kyle must be here close to us somewhere, shouldn't he? I can just shout at someone.
Anyway, sorry. Yes.
Oh, it's just so brilliant, and brilliant commentary. Ray Houghton's on in a bit, and he was on RTE being so good. Some of the commentary of the Kenny McLean goal is so good, and then social media is. I've written a column about this. Social media is obviously terrible. It's a cesspit of doom and rage, but maybe it's all worth it for the sort of 2 hours after a moment like Kenny McLean.
Absolutely joyous.
When you just see this pub. I love that pub.
Yeah.
Where the guy's going, "What are you doing?" And then suddenly, yes, like this. The guy in Dublin Airport going, "I want us to cheer, but I've got to keep hold of my wheelie bag as well."
All those clips.
And the sort of the conclusion to the column that I wrote is, it is ridiculous, right, that billions of years of evolution have led to this, have led to me weeping at a person I don't know from Scotland in a blue shirt, kicking a round thing 50 yards over a Dane I don't know into a netted rectangular space. It's ridiculous how it has evolved.
Nothing stands being broken down like that. But as far as communal joy goes, just communal joy, and this is always when I go, if people don't like football, I don't think they're concentrating on what football actually is.
But I know what you mean, but I sort of think maybe it's just you're so lucky if it's been introduced to you, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Because if it hasn't, then because it is the sport where you don't have to have the ball to win, where you can be up against it, or where in the there is no way that, when Caoimhin Kelleher has that ball, there's no way there should be a goal 3 seconds later. That's just not possible.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't happen. And then, the McLean thing, obviously Kieran Tierney gets sort of forgotten in all of this, but, his strike is so...
What a goal that is.
There's a view from behind the goal where you just see it bend, and it's that's so great.
Quite a dry guy, isn't he, Tierney? Quite dry. After the game, how are you feeling, Kieran? Well, about as good as I've ever felt in my life.
Sort of dry like Jack D.
Absolutely. Just sort of I'm absolutely so excited, really excited about the whole thing, and absolutely beside myself, so emotional right now. And you sort of go, "Oh, right, I wonder what he's like when he's miserable." He's done that. Which goal would you have liked to have scored, Max? Of Troy Parrott's, Kieran Tierney's, or Kieran Tierney's? I'm giving you those two. Or
why can't I have Kenny McLean's? Because that's the one you want. I mean, I can't.
But that wasn't the winner, was it? That wasn't the winner. The winner was Tierney's.
Do you know why it doesn't matter that it wasn't the winner?
Yeah. Because
there are so many. There's a view from behind the goal where, as he kicks it, you can see the moment where each Scottish player realises we're going to the World Cup. But also, it's just in every one of those shots in pubs and in bars and in living rooms, it's that kind of
yeah,
and then just this surge, and you're like, oh my!
And there's a bit of hit it, shoot. Someone says that just in the gantry somewhere. Hit it, shoot.
It's Stephen Thompson just goes shoot, shoot, and then he's done him, and that's the point about. We'll talk to Ray about this, to Ray Houghton, about like the sort of art of commentary, or actually, and we certainly are guilty of this. You're not meant to talk over each other. in broadcasting. Like, give each other space, and especially in those moments. The co-com sits back and the commentator does their bit, and then the co-com comes in. But you don't want that in those moments. No. You want Ray Houghton going, come on. That bit where Ray Houghton's like, I don't want to see a replay because it might be offside. Like, that is amazing because he's thinking what every fan is thinking. He's like, he is doing exactly what we're all doing. And then the BBC Radio Scotland guys are unbelievable. You know, I know they're rivals, but like those guys, they're just like, you could just, the voice is, he's like, my voice is going to go. And then it goes falsetto, and then it goes mezzo soprano, and then just full soprano. By the end, he's like up here. It's like the magic flute. The whole thing.
Just why it's just why we love it, why we talk about it all day, every day, and why when it gets miserable, it's like super miserable. Because like, look how much joy it can bring. Look how great football can be. Look how much it can pull us all together. You know, absolutely fantastic, brilliant, a brilliant week.
I agree. And on the, I don't know if we got that. Someone yell at me if we've got the "What's he doing" clip, but if we haven't, it doesn't matter. We could do that on the text, I think. Well, the two things we could do on the text. One is, have you ever gone, what are you doing? When I was playing amateur football, right, and I talk about it a lot, but there's a moment with all my team that is so well known where basically it goes out to the left and Martin Kelly, little ginger winger, is 25 yards out, lining up to shoot. And I go, no, take an effing touch, as he pings this ball into the bottom corner. And that's what we want. Like, what we want is someone going, I said, just lay it off to Maradona in '86.
You just want, you want someone shouting at Jimmy Glass, get back in goal.
Yeah. Did you yell to Tony Yeboah? Not from there, mate. Like, that's what, if you ever had a moment like that where your timing was just totally wrong, but also perfect. 8:10:89 at Max Rushden at Baker's tweet. And also, we've just had the draw, haven't we? Some good bits from the draw. We'll get into it with Robbie Earnshaw in just a second. They brought on Marco Materazzi and Melanie Vinegar, TV formats for Melanie Vinegar, please. She said, you had a big part in that final in '06. You scored a goal and you won. And you're sitting there going, are you going to mention Zidane
being headbutted by one of the greatest footballers of all time? We're not mentioning that.
It was just so fun. Everyone watching is going, I think something else happened to Marco Materazzi in that final. But anyway, TV, they're a bit dry.
A little bit.
The chemistry between the hosts wasn't quite there, I would say. I mean, it's risky for us to say.
If Melanie Vinegar hasn't got a travel show with Phil Salt, the cricketer, by the end of today, then
we're not doing our jobs.
No one's doing their job, is what I'm saying.
8:89 if you want to get in touch with us.
We did once, of course, put Dan Bigger on a travel show with Luke Littler, if you remember. Max, that was our idea.
Was that us?
That was us. That was us. Yeah, it didn't happen. That didn't happen either.
Jack, a Chelsea fan, says, I had a moment like that when David Luiz scored from 40 yards against Fulham. I think that's fair enough. Not from there, David. Not from there. Max is more Irish than Tony Cascarino, says Paul in Burnley. And this text just says, you're never more than 3 metres away from Jeremy Kyle. Thank you. It is Max and Charlie. Brought to you in partnership with Toolstation. Check out Toolstation's unmissable deals. Great offers on hundreds of trade brands. Next stop, Toolstation. Robbie Earnshaw joins us in just a second and we can talk about Wales' possible route rather, not trip. I mean, they could take a trip, but their route to the World Cup in 2026.
welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Good afternoon. You're listening to Rushden and Baker on talkSPORT. Darren's been in touch, Charlie.
Oh, good night.
He says, Graham Onions and Dawn French go soup making in Europe. Now, look, it is the right show to send that message to.
We are interested in that.
Yeah, we are, but it's not. We haven't asked.
Vinegar today. What's her name?
It is just Melanie Vinegar.
Melanie Vinegar.
Hosted,
but
hosted the draw.
French onions.
Next to
I'm very interested in that.
She hosted the draw next to quite a short man, and then Christian Carambeau did the Confed draw. Gianni came on. So that was nice to see. What a good guy he is.
Yeah.
And then he did a sort of 10 minutes observational comedy. And then she had Marco Materazzi and Martin Darlin for the draw.
Peter Cech did some magic. Came on, did a bit of magic, didn't he? Peter Cech. That was nice. Sawed a woman in half.
They could liven up somehow, couldn't they? John says, on the subject of what are you doing? Kenny McLean scores. I earnestly advise Dominic Szoboszlai, don't just effing blast it, for God's sake, from my sofa. Moments before his free kick against Arsenal earlier this season. Simon in Chiswick says, I was at Chelsea Arsenal at the Bridge, 1-1. Lampard squared it to Essien 30 yards out. We all know this goal. I could sense him lining up a shot, and I screamed at the top of my voice in the Matthew Harding lower, don't effing shoot, and he buries one into the top left-hand corner. Needless to say, a few around me took the Michael for quite a while.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah, we've all done it. Anyway, so look, Wales have got Bosnia-Herzegovina, and if they win that, they have the winners of Italy and Northern Ireland. Let's talk to Robert Earnshaw, friend of the show, parent to young Charlie Max Earnshaw. How are you, Robert?
Hi, Robert.
Excellent, guys. How are you?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, good, thanks. So, thoughts on the draw?
First reaction, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, do you know what? Yes, first reaction, but Bosnia, yes, I like it. Because I think whoever we faced in that first game, I kind of fancy us, you know? I've got no doubts about kind of who we faced in that first game. We're playing home, so that was guaranteed finishing second. And then whoever we were going to face, I thought, okay, that whoever it is, doesn't matter. Good game against Bosnia, even though Bosnia are very good. They finished second. They were in Austria's group. They finished second. This is a team who freely score goals, so they're a dangerous team. And, of course, one man who probably sounds familiar to a lot of people is Edin Dzeko.
Oh, yeah.
So, 39 years of age, but I've always been a big fan of him. He's a goal scorer. So, of course, somebody like that is going to be a threat. So they've got danger. They've got quality. But I still fancy us going through. And the other side of it, then, if you do go through, you still have to possibly face... Northern Ireland, good luck to them, but also the big one, Italy. I think probably the one that most of the teams didn't want to face probably would be Italy.
Do you think that's more on reputation than on... I mean, they're not great, Italy. They're clearly, in this group of 16 teams, they are good. You don't really want to have to play Italy. But they're not that, they're not great in playoffs. They've missed the last two World Cups. They did win a Euros in there. Like it's not like the end. It's not the end of the world, I don't think, for Wales.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I still feel actually very, very confident because my first reaction was, ooh, okay, that's tough. But then my second reaction was kind of looking at how you kind of looked at it there is, actually, Italy just lost 4-1 to Norway, and that's 4-1, by the way. So, yes, historically, and I grew up on Italian football, so we can roll out the names that, historically I go back on. I know all about Italian football. But right now, this team is very good, but not historically very good in terms of big names going out and beating most people. They're not doing that right now. So that's why I feel confident. And especially because Wales just won 7-1. And it felt like the other night was a big statement win in terms of, because what I said before the other night was, we haven't seen a Craig Bellamy Wales team have a full 90-minute performance. And last game, North Macedonia haven't conceded. They go and beat them 7-1, and
without a striker, Robbie, as well. Without a striker, just without Kiefer Moore anyway. At least they had a striker on the pitch, but they've had a really positive group. I think a really positive qualifying campaign. The whole Craig Bellamy takeover management has been really, really positive. Do you feel like there's any missed opportunity in there, Robbie?
Not really, because I think if we were probably together under Craig Bellamy for 2 years, it's only been just over a year. But if it was 2 years, I think we might have even qualified, with Belgium in our group. But we arrive where we are. I think timing, it's been about Wales under Craig Bellamy getting better and better and better. And we saw a close to perfection, as he called it, performance the other night, 7-1. I still think there's more to come from this Wales team. And Bosnia, I think we can beat them. Italy, I think we can beat them as well. And it's going to be huge. I really fancy us now because knowing Craig and knowing his tactics, you said about no strikers the other day, I think tactically he's brilliant. And I think the players are really starting to understand this is the picture of what Craig Bellamy wants. And now we're putting it into action. So I think I'm very positive, even though it is Italy.
Yeah, and actually, because of what happened at Hampden Park, the Wales result kind of got lost. As you mentioned, North Macedonia, I think, had conceded 3 in the whole of qualifying until this game. Wales are missing 2 important midfielders that got suspended after the Liechtenstein game, and you had brilliant, like Brennan Johnson, his best game for a long time. Yeah. Harry Wilson was brilliant. There was I was chatting to Ellis James, who was saying they haven't scored 7 since before he was born. This is like true. It's an extraordinary result.
Before I was born, we've never been in a position. It was before I was born, before I've even played for 10 years with the national team. So I've never seen it live that we've scored 7 until the other night. I was there and I was clapping because I just thought, what a performance of all the games where you think North Macedonia haven't lost in the group. And Belgium are top, and to go and beat them convincingly, I thought, what a statement, what a way to then take it into the playoffs. It felt like a playoff game, so that's why I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm confident that Wales can still go through. But I tell you one thing, it's going to have to take something monumental. It's going to have to take something monumental, because to beat Bosnia and then possibly Italy or Northern Ireland, to beat them and go to the World Cup, it's going to take 2 gigantic efforts.
Yeah.
And also so close together as well. So it's going to be tense in March. It's just trouble the Premier League gets in the way of this good international football, doesn't it?
Put the Premier League aside. I mean,
get the international breaks back, for goodness sake.
This
good luck, Robert.
International football's about,
isn't it? Good luck. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Thanks, Robert.
Always nice to chat. Robert Earnshaw there. So Wales' job is to beat Bosnia and Herzegovina, and that is not a given. They really pushed Austria. Actually, Austria, I think, equalised really late on to get through, and otherwise Bosnia and Herzegovina would have gone through.
17 minutes. It was Kev Hatchard was saying earlier. 17 minutes away from the World Cup. So you've got to deal with that disappointment as well, haven't you? Yeah, exactly.
So you've got to beat them, and that won't be easy, and then get yourself up, presumably for Italy. But we will have listeners. We'll talk about them with Lars in a bit. That is some game for Northern Ireland to go.
And Jamie Reid, I trust, Max.
And the Welsh are just saying, just go there and kick the living. That's what they're thinking. Get through.
Please.
We'd love you to get through.
Beat them up. Get them sent off.
Just leave one on them. So the other one is Ukraine, Sweden will play the winners of Poland, Albania, and the winners of Turkey, Romania play the winners of Slovakia, Kosovo, and the winners of Denmark, North Macedonia play the winners of Czech Republic, Republic of Ireland, the Republic Derby. And of course, that might mean Denmark playing the Republic of Ireland again, which I was doing a podcast with Barry Glendenning this morning. He was just saying, basically, there's a world where Denmark and Ireland are just playing on a loop. They're just constantly playing.
Constantly.
We will talk to Ray Houghton about that in just a second.
It's not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the Bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
Scales wins the header and a chance! Yeah! Oh, there's the goal! There's the goal! That's Troy Parrott! That is unbelievable! He scored a hat-trick, and right at the death, Ireland have done it! I've never seen anything like it! Absolutely remarkable! Right at the end, Hungary have been caught. They were hanging on. It seems like for the whole night. Certainly when it went 2-2. This is just stunning. 3-2. The time is up. The referee has to finish the game. I've no voice left.
That was RTE's brilliant commentary. Darren Maloney, and the yes you heard in the background was Ray Houghton, who joins us now. Hey, Ray.
Hello, Ray.
How are you, boys? You all right?
Yeah, what a night, Ray.
Oh, it was incredible. You know, when you're there and you're involved in it because you know you're talking about the players who you know so much about. You've watched them. You know the hardships they've gone through, the tough times that they've had. You know, people calling them out saying that they're not quite good enough, one thing and another. And then to see them change it in just the last seconds of the game, and to win it as dramatically as they did. You know, I've been in matches where I've scored a winning goal, but early on. But there's nothing like scoring in the last few seconds of a game, and the euphoria, you know, the empathy between the players and the fans when they run down to them afterwards. It was just brilliant to watch. It was a real privilege to be there.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that, Ray, and listened to you. Where you're like, you know, your co-comment saying, oh, you know, let's see a replay. I don't want to see a replay because it might be offside. You want to just, let's preserve it in time just in case. Well, and then at the end, carry on.
You know what it is, Max? Because you watch so much football and you see goals that are, you know, VAR looks at it, you know, and then all your hopes are dashed in that moment when they say, oh, we're going to go and have a look, or it's, you know, it's definitely not a goal. And that was my first thought. Please be onside. Just make sure that Troy was onside when Liam flicked the ball on. And yeah, once you see the first replay, you know there's nothing wrong, and then it's just pure joy that, you know, finally you've got a bit of joy from, you know, all the hardship you've been through, and these lads certainly needed it and they got it.
I think it's a great shout. It's a great shout, Ray, though, about the players. That this is a team full of players who experienced some sort of redemption for their careers. You know, Caoimhin Kelleher having to move away from Liverpool to get his first team football. Troy Parrott had 5 odd loans from Spurs and couldn't play for his first choice of team. And so a team full of these players that haven't quite reached their potential but have come together and done this brilliant thing.
You know what happens as well, Charlie, is sometimes when you're getting so much stick as a player, you don't look forward to the games. You know, you're thinking, do I really need to go and play in this? Because all that's going to happen is people are going to turn around and say I'm not quite good enough.
Yeah.
And it does impact on you, and you've got to have a real character about you to keep coming back. And that's what these lads have done. And I think epitomised by Troy Parrott. You just mentioned it. This lad had all the potential in the world when he was 13, 14, 15. Everyone was talking him up. He was going to be a superstar. I think he got his chance at Spurs when he was 17. Internationally, he got a chance with Mick McCarthy, I think, when he was 17. And then he didn't work out for him. So he had to go and reinvent himself in Holland. And he's done brilliantly since he's been over there. And look what he's done now. You know, 5 goals in 2 games. It's just absolutely remarkable. And when you needed a big player to turn up, he's certainly done that. But he wasn't the only one. I mean, Caoimhin Kelleher, you just mentioned there, Charlie, he's been absolutely brilliant from game 1 to game 6. Every game he's been involved in the campaign, he's virtually been our man of the match. He's been absolutely brilliant. But I'm just happy for the manager. I'm happy for the fans and the younger fans. When I was over in Budapest, I've seen quite a few young lads in their 20s, some in their early 30s. They've never experienced this before at international level. This is all they've seen it on YouTube, and their parents or grandparents have told them about days of old when things were going really well and got to these big tournaments and big matches and you win. But they've never experienced it, but they did on Sunday. And that was hugely important for them because a new generation of fans will come through. You've seen it all over the world. All the fans participating in, I'm sure you've seen it as well over in Australia and all sorts, Max. It just went crackers. You know, it didn't matter what part of the world you're in. If you're Irish, that was a special day. And it was just brilliant for the players to get through.
And when, I mean, actually, you did a bigger cheer when Kelleher caught the ball, just when Szoboszlai like lobbed it into the box right at the end, and then you're like, hit the channels, hit the channels. Oh, so good. Anyway, Ray,
your experience coming out there. Get as far away from your goal as you can, you know, because you just don't know in football. You never know what's going to happen next. So that's why we love it so much. And it was pure theatre, you know. And then
so good. You did a brilliant job. You did a brilliant job. Look, you Czech Republic away, and then the winners of Denmark, North Macedonia. So like you could end up playing Denmark again for like the 1,000th time in the last 3 weeks. But what do you make of that? I mean, neither of those games, North Macedonia is okay. No, Wales humped them the other day, but they're a decent side. It is a tough. That's going to be a tough set of games to get through. Let's get through against Czechia first, because I think that's going to be a really tough game. I was just looking at their results. They won 5 of the 8 games that they played in. They did lose to the Faroe Islands away, and they lost to Croatia away. But their home form was really good. I think they won 2 and drew 1 of the 3 games that they played. So going to Prague in March will be very, very difficult. But the dynamic for Ireland's changed, boys, because we've gone from a team in the first 3, we picked up 1 point, to a team in the last 3 that won all 3. We beat Portugal, we beat Hungary. So obviously the dynamics have now changed. People are now looking at Ireland in a different light. They're now thinking, you know what? They're a tough team because they've showed character, they've showed belief in themselves, they've now got a confidence coming into the playoff semi-final against the Czech Republic. Really looking forward. It should be a cracking game. And then after that, another tough one against Denmark or North Macedonia. And you're quite right, Max. They didn't play very well against Wales. But that's not to say that they can't come back and have a better campaign in the next couple of games.
You know, and so much can happen in 4 months, can't it, Ray? People can get injured. Players can drop in and out of form. But I think it's really great that the Republic of Ireland have this muscle memory now of knockout football and having that moment of the one-off game, which they can take into the playoff and take, you know, to try and move forwards.
One of the things I said before the game, Charlie, on Sunday, just about the players, it wasn't about the manager finding out about the players anymore. He knows them. It was about the players finding out about themselves, whether they can handle pressure, whether they can come through a really tough situation and they proved themselves. And I hope they take that confidence and belief into the game against the Czech Republic. And if they do that, they've certainly got a chance. But we know it's going to be difficult. They knew that when they were going to be playing away from home anyway. But at least they're in there with a fighting chance of getting through.
See, you might be more famous for that comms than the header against England or the goal, the shinner against Italy, Ray. You never know. So good to have you on. Well done, pal. I thought the comms were so good. Cheers, Ray.
Thank you.
Ray Houghton there, former Republic of Ireland midfielder.
Isn't it sad, Max, that we've got the thief of joy that is VAR, that it has taken away those moments of pure relation?
Yes.
That you do have to second guess yourself when you are celebrating those goals.
I agree with you. And I would get rid of it if somebody gave me the choice. But Curaçao, the smallest team ever to qualify for the World Cup, Jamaica were given a penalty in the 5th minute of injury time, which was just a terrible decision. And without VAR, it wouldn't have been overturned. There's always something where you go, And that moment for Curaçao was the moment. And also, hang on, there was an amazing VAR the other day. What was it? Ronaldo's red card. Like, if ever there was an advert for VAR, it was Ronaldo getting a red card.
An amazing goal and a moment of pure joy than an amazing VAR. I think that's I don't
disagree.
What we're talking about here as well is communal joy, and for those moments to be taken away or diluted. Diluted.
I agree with you completely, but I would say the celebrations from Troy Parrott were not diluted, even though they didn't know. And if they were, I'd love to see their undiluted ones. Maybe we'll get them after they knock out Denmark to get to the World Cup. Anyway, Lars Sivertson will join us in just a second. We'll find out if Italy are good. We'll talk a bit of Northern Ireland, and we'll do the rest of the draw as well.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Good afternoon, it's Rushden Baker on talkSPORT in partnership with Toolstation. Check out Toolstation's unmissable deals, great offers on hundreds of trade brands. Next up, Toolstation. Every single game of the World Cup is going to be live on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 next summer. 104 commentaries from Brazil to Haiti.
Yes, please.
From England to Curacao.
Yes,
we'll have the main draw live on the 5th of December from Washington, D.C. Let's talk to European football expert Lars Sivertsen. No theme tune in the week, Lars. We're grown-ups in the week, Lars. How are you?
Okay, fair enough.
Big boys.
All right, I'll bring my big boy attitude as well, guys. That's fine. I can try to adjust. How's it all going?
All right.
Yeah, really good, thanks, pal. And I want to talk about like the projected pots and what groups you could get, because that's always fun. But like before that, let's talk about this draw. Northern Ireland have got the trip to Italy, which is perhaps the trip you didn't want. And obviously, if Italy win, then Wales may play them. But Italy aren't brilliant at the moment. I mean, they are probably the best team out of this 16, but they are not brilliant.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. You're speaking to a Norwegian. We're currently not very worried about this team. We beat them home and away, no problem at all. Okay, fair enough. Northern Ireland don't have Erling Haaland up front. That might be a slight difference there, but listen, they have good footballers, Italy. Very obviously they do. They're Italy. But it's not the kind of team that you look at and you think there are players there you can't defend against. There are players there who are gonna kill you in some kind of way. Like that. I think you've got. It's obviously not the draw you want, but I think you have a chance. I think you can frustrate them. I think there's a bit of a lack of creativity in there. Like there's something I really took away from the two games watching Norway play against them. Is that there's not that many players in that team when they have the ball, you're very afraid as a fan on the defending team, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of players who have that bit of magic to them. There's some very good, solid pros in that group and 100% players who can hurt you, don't get me wrong. But I don't think they're as scary as maybe the name would suggest. And of course, Northern Ireland will be underdogs, but I absolutely think on a good day they could cause them trouble.
And what about Bosnia-Herzegovina? Because I imagine a lot of Wales fans are looking at this going, oh, Italy's going to be tough in that final, but they're not in it yet.
No, that's true. Bosnia are not a brilliant team. I mean, they're just coming off a 1-1 draw against Austria. I mean, they've still got Edin Dzeko up front somehow. They've got some players, but again, I think it's not the worst draw in the world. They were not super convincing in their group. They got to the playoff on the back of being better than what I would say is quite a poor Romania team. I mean, Group H in the qualifier was Austria won it in the end, with Bosnia getting the playoff spot ahead of Romania, and then Cyprus and Marino, of course, being the lesser teams in that group. So you can look at 17 points from 8 games and only 1 defeat in the group stage, and that looks good at paper, but it wasn't the strongest group in the world. And I think, again, the Welsh have been impressive under Craig Bellamy. I would back them to get past Bosnia for sure.
Okay.
All bets are off, really, aren't they? Because it's like FA Cup max, isn't it?
Well,
FA Cup
except
plus,
I'm just saying, in my
it's
case,
like
I'm
such
saying
a big prize, such a big prize.
For me, the bets are on. I'm going to say, Charlie, I get what you're saying, but for me, the bets are on. I'm backing the Welsh. I think they can do it. I absolutely think they
but
can do it.
I think just the pressure on Italy in that home draw against Northern Ireland, the pressure on them will be absolutely massive. And for Northern Ireland to go there, and they've got such a good team spirit. I follow them because Jamie Reid plays for them, who's an old Torquay player. So when you have a player from your non-league team suddenly playing international football, that is super exciting. So I've been following them, and the team spirit they've got. They score goals. They're well set up. I'm not saying that can't happen.
No, and I guess the point I was trying maybe clumsily to make is that let's say you're playing against France, and then you come up against Mbappe, and okay, he can go past 2-3 players and put it in the top bins, and what are you going to do about that? Same with Spain. You come up against Lamine Yamal, he can destroy you.
Yeah.
What can you do? But there's no one like that in the Italy team. There's a lot of good footballers in that team, but there's no one who, as a fan, you look at and say, "Oh my God, I don't want to play against him." They don't have that kind of player, and I think that's sort of the Norwegians. We felt not underwhelmed is the wrong word, but kind of those games were a little easier, I think, than we were expecting, really. So I think if Northern Ireland, you probably know this better than I do, but if they're in a good moment right now, have a good team spirit, have a couple of good players, I'm not writing that off at all. You know, I'll say who I think should be quite happy. I think the Irish can be quite happy with how this has come out, but being drawn against the Czech Republic, which is a big name historically. But they're not in a good spot right now. They lost to the Faroe Islands back in October. They lost 2-1 to the Faroe Islands in the qualifier, after which they fired the coach. And since then, they've beaten San Marino and Gibraltar. But San Marino and Gibraltar doesn't really tell you anything. So they're not in a good place either. So I think this is an all-round not a bad draw for the British and Irish teams.
Yeah, Max, I said ageing squad earlier on, didn't I? And then you absolutely spot on worked out that I meant Thomas Souček is ageing. And that was the only player I could think of.
Charlie Baker, I would argue that we're all aging.
That is true. That is true.
That is just kind
I'll give you that, Lars. I'll give you that.
The life and
the alternative is not what I'm here for.
No, I don't know. I listen to some different podcasts where if you drink water in the right way, you can live forever.
Get up at 4:30.
Now, look, the projected pots are quite interesting because obviously there are more teams in each pot when it comes to this draw on the 5th of December, and so even though the US, Mexico, and Canada are in pot 1, all the big guns are in pot 1. But you could have, and these are just projected pots at this stage. I don't think they're going to change, but they might change because at the moment, all those winners from the playoffs will go into pot 4. So you could have Italy in pot 4, right? Even though we've established they're not good. When it gets to a World Cup, you'd look at that in the wall chart and go, oh my goodness. You could have a group like Brazil, Japan, Norway, Italy. You could have a group of like Canada, Iran, Uzbekistan, and Haiti. And I suppose, Lars, this is, if you have lots of teams in the World Cup, more of them won't be as good as if you have fewer teams in the World Cup.
That is the correct assessment, Max Rushden. That is how it works. I was thinking, again, bringing the Norway content to your airwaves. I feel like, should we be in pot 3 here? I feel like we're going to be the team that nobody wants to get from pot 3.
100%.
I think it's a little harsh for us.
Do not want Haaland,
Absolutely,
in your group.
Yeah. Group of death territory with Norway in it, isn't it?
Would also say I think the Scots are a team out of pot 3. Not a lot of people will be keen on. Man for man, maybe not the most imposing team in the world, but they seem to have some spirit to them. So that's another one that you don't. Cliched as that is.
You want Curacao, don't you? Want Curacao. You want Haiti in your group.
In your pot 4. I mean, if in pot 4 you could have either Curacao or Italy, you would be like, okay, that's some difference. And it's interesting because in pot 2 at the moment, like Australia, who aren't great at the moment, Ecuador, Iran, but then you have teams, Croatia in there, and you obviously, they might get tired at some point.
Pot 4 is a great way to choose a honeymoon, pot 4.
Exactly. This feels a little harsh. I mean, Charlie Baker's honeymoon to Jordan, by the way, is something I would be excited to see how that goes. It's kind of harsh on them, but I feel like Canada is going to be, everyone's going to be talking about how they want Canada from pot 1. Canada are not absolutely terrible, but they're the one from pot 1. You go like, oh, that'd be nice. You could have a Canada, like you say, Australia, not in a good place. Canada, Australia, Uzbekistan, Haiti. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities here.
Yeah, it's going to be. I love the draw. The draw will obviously be stilted and terrible, like all FIFA draws, but also incredibly exciting. Thank you, Lars. You always get, why is this? I can't believe Lars is Norwegian when he sounds Irish. But Mossy, the Leeds fan, says, why is William Hague on talkSPORT?
That's not a bad shout, actually, William Hague. That's very funny.
That's really nice. The Irish William Hague, Lars Siverton, joining me and Charlie. Cheers, Lars. Thanks for your time, pal.
Thanks, Lars. Probably speak Saturday.
We'll speak Saturday. I do hope so. That's like chatting to your mate, isn't it? It's like chatting to your mum.
Speak Saturday.
All right, see you.
Bye.
What are we doing next? Shabana Hearn is on. We're going to talk Women's Champions League. We may. Oh, what a great hour.
I'm enjoying it.
We're really good at this. We'll talk Women's Champions League. We'll, of course, ask her about Kenny McLean and Kieran Tierney.
Trip-advisoring ourselves as we go.
Yeah, I had a really good time listening to this rabble. Shaban is next. Afternoon all, it's Max Rushden and Charlie Baker here until 4 on talkSPORT. Let's get the sports headlines with Tom Clayton.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Score a winning hat-trick of performance, payload and price. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
Max, thank you. Good afternoon. Wales will have to go through Bosnia and Herzegovina and potentially Italy if they're to reach the World Cup. The draw for the playoffs has taken place this lunchtime, with Northern Ireland also in that pathway, drawn to face Italy in their semi-final. The former Wales striker Robert Earnshaw has faith in Wales, though, and Craig Bellamy.
I think tactically he's brilliant, and I think the players are really starting to understand this is the picture of what Craig Bellamy wants, and now we're putting it into action.
Meanwhile, the Republic of Ireland will face Czechia, then one of Denmark or North Macedonia. Former defender and current assistant coach John O'Shea told us there was never going to be any easy draws.
We know it's going to be difficult away from home, and these European games is always tough, but listen, we're excited with what we've done from the last two games, so lots to look forward to, but a good test ahead.
Get the full draw at talksport.com. Now, former Premier League winners taking on the challenge of keeping Newport County in the Football League. Christian Fuchs will take the reins from Dave Hughes with the side bottom of League Two. And a lot of Australians enjoy watching baseball. That from the former Test batter Simon Katic. But will England's aggressive approach work down under? Katic says England's top order has a decision to make.
Are they going to try and wear down the bowlers for the first 20 overs, or are they going to keep doubling down on baseball? And I expect them to double down, because it sounds like all the rhetoric coming out of Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum is we're going to keep going hard.
Well, the build-up to tonight's Ashes kickoff is on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.
talkSPORT News.
Convicted rapist former Met police officer David Carrick gets another life sentence, his 37th, and transgender people could be banned from single-sex spaces based on what they look like. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. For a limited time only, get 15% off a set of 4 selected premium tyres. Don't miss out and book today at quickfit.com and drive away happy every time. Conditions apply.
There are weather warnings for ice and snow in place, particularly in northern Scotland and on eastern coasts. Otherwise, mostly sunny but cold.
And now kick off 2026 with the ultimate trip to Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
talkSPORT and our friends at Virgin Atlantic are giving you the chance to win a trip for 2. You start with exclusive access to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse at Heathrow. Fly upper class comfort straight to Vegas. Once you land, enjoy 4 nights in a spa villa. Cheer from the stands as the Las Vegas Raiders take on the Kansas City Chiefs and have £5,000 from Charlie's pocket. Clear your calendar, January the 2nd to the 7th. That's when it is, and here's how you enter.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Jill writes, what's happening? Turned on the radio, thought I'd lost 2 days. It's Charlie and Max. Please verify what day it is. It's Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Come on, Jill. Keep up,
Come on, Jill.
It's woke Wednesdays.
And Patrick Clare's been in touch on Instagram, Max.
Oh, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Patrick Clare's been in touch on my Instagram, and he says, not a lot of love for Canada there. We've beaten some European teams and we're hosting the World Cup. Furious.
Yeah, okay.
Furious Canadian.
I hope Carlo Corazin and Frank Gallup are still playing. But we'll learn all about that. Forgive us. You're right. We shouldn't underestimate anyone in this draw. Let's do some Women's Champions League with Shabana Hearn, host, of course, of the Weekend Sports Breakfast. Hey, Shaban, how are you?
Hello, Shaban.
Yeah, good afternoon. I wish it were Woke Wednesday. It would have been perfect.
Oh, thick Thursday instead now.
It's thick Thursday.
Thicko Thursdays.
Yeah. Anyway, Shaban, look, before we get to the Women's Champions League, I'm sure you've talked about it a lot already, but just how many times have you watched that Kenny McLean goal? How many times have you watched just like a different pub of Scots going mad?
Did you see the one that went up this morning of a pub in Inverary? And there was the lone must have been Danish guy at the bar. Danish English. Don't know where he came from, but he was miserable and the riff came off the joint. It was hilarious. That really made me laugh. But yeah, I can't stop watching them. I can't stop smiling at these videos. I actually have been travelling today and I've had like the Scotland tunes on Spotify and stuff. So yeah, I'm writing about it, lads.
Yeah, the two sides of my life converged this week with the Scott McTominay overhead kick. I have lots of friends in musical theatre, and they all said that lots of dancers were posting it going, look at this man's leg. Look at his pointed foot.
Look at this form.
This is unbelievable. Like something from Ballet Rambert.
Yeah, it's a really beautifully poised leg. Now, I used to be a dancer, and the way he's got the arch on it as well.
It's amazing,
My
Shaban.
teacher would have been proud. And then also, I said to the kids, we were watching it at the time, I was like, don't try that. He was so high off the ground. I was thinking, how's he not hurt himself?
You have to try that on the sofa. You have to try that.
No, none of that.
That's what sofas are for. It's what sofas and mattresses are for. Overhead kicks.
Not a soft play, lads. It's not a soft play.
Wow, yeah. Get down to soft play. Practice your overhead kicks.
I don't want to think about soft play. I have to do that quite a lot, and the slides are too fast for me. Anyway, Shaban, you saw Man United lose to Wolfsburg last night. Also, a really good win for Arsenal in the Women's Champions League yesterday against Real Madrid. I mean, where do you want to start with those? Because obviously Chelsea-Barca tonight is fascinating, but where do you want to kick off?
Well, I guess when it comes to the league table, Manchester United are doing well, and they've got themselves into that quarter-final spot for now. Obviously, if results go their way tonight, they look like they could stay in that top four, which means they don't have to go through the two-legged playoff. But because considering they've still got 2 games to go and it was a loss for Man United last night, they'll be preparing to have the two-legged playoff. Have to say they're a good side, and they've been so impressive this season, and they've put in some brilliant performances. And last night, Wolfsburg, I feel, were the team that we know they can be in the Champions League, and they had that experience over Manchester United, and also they wanted to kind of put a stamp on it after what had happened against Lyon and their defeat the week before that. Wolfsburg were magnificent last night, and I haven't been considering them much. I don't know why. I just haven't been focusing on the fact that I think that they can go on and do a job in this competition, which is stupid because they're giants. They are, and they were excellent last night. In terms of Arsenal, Alessia Russo, unbelievable performance from her. Best player on the park. You know, an early scare from Caroline Weir, a brilliant goal from her at her former club. And you think, what is going on with Arsenal? They just needed points, though. They got that last night. They'll take the win. Hopefully that kind of turns momentum for them, because it's been tough over the last wee while for them. It's just not been the best time, you know.
And tonight, then, Chelsea-Barca is fascinating. I was fascinated to see that Chelsea, I just presume they're going to win every game in the WSL. And they were held by Liverpool, weren't they, who haven't started the season very well.
They're second, you know. Yeah.
And so it's sort of interesting when Chelsea don't win a game. But obviously, this is 2 of the best women's football teams in the world. Yeah.
Chelsea, I've said time and time again, Max, that I don't think there's something missing. That's just the simple way of putting it. There's something missing. They've got 2 starting 11s yet. It's not quite a magical team yet. I think Barcelona might cause them some problems tonight. And then, of course, you've not got Hannah Hampton in goal. She has an injury that is put on the sidelines for the next couple of weeks, we believe. And I think that'll be a bit of an issue for Chelsea tonight. Don't get me wrong, they're a brilliant squad, but they can't seem to break that hoodoo from Barcelona, especially usually it's been over 2 legs. Tonight, of course, we're in the league phase of the competition, but you go back to last time they won, it was away in Spain, it was 1-0, Emma Hayes was there. They can't seem to manage to do the full job over Barcelona, and I don't know if that'll change tonight because they're in good form. They're top of the table, well, they're second in the table on 9 points. A win tonight will put them at the top and literally ahead on goal difference by 10. So they are looking good at the moment, to be fair, Barcelona. I'm worried for Chelsea tonight. I don't know why. Maybe I'm miles off it, guys. I want to be wrong.
Is there anything in Shaban that they're so used to winning all the time that when they do have to take a backward step sometimes, or it's not quite going, they can't quite find that extra gear?
Maybe. I mean, quite often, Charlie, with Chelsea, you know, they might not play pretty football and dazzle you, but they always find a way to win, and they haven't lost. You know, they haven't lost, but I think that point against Liverpool almost felt like a loss for Chelsea because they are so good, and Liverpool were crying out for a point. You know, they were crying out for something. So for them, it felt like a win. For Chelsea, it felt like a loss. So I think there's a bit of pressure on them tonight. They are good enough. They've got a good enough side. They've got an experienced side, but they need to break that hoodoo over Barcelona.
And like Barcelona, obviously they're going to be motivated to win, but the fact that they just didn't win the whole thing last year, you know, a lot of people were surprised that they didn't, will be extra motivation for them.
Absolutely that. They'll want to come to England tonight. They want to go to Stamford Bridge and have everybody here. You know, remember, we are the big boys in this competition. We are the ones who've been dominating. And Arsenal, I mean, when you look at where they are in the table, a win last night took them up to 8th, and considering they've been unsteady in the league, they'll want to remind everybody here that we are still the best team. But, you know, Chelsea, I don't know. I really don't know with Chelsea. Something's missing. That's all I can say.
I've got to ask you about Harvey Barnes, Shaban. Are you thinking he's the new Scotland captain? Does he start for you? I can see why he'd want to play for Scotland. Will there be any thought now that they've qualified that, well, you weren't here when we were qualifying?
So he's gone through the journey of youth with England?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's played once. He played once.
One cap in a friendly.
Well, then you can't go back, can you?
You can apparently if it's a friendly. Please don't question me on football governance. I will be out of my depth even more than mentioning it.
Harvey, exactly. That's fine. I mean, more the merrier.
You absolutely should. Yeah, one game for England in 2020. It was interesting, Shaban. I don't know if you've seen it. He did an interview, I think it was on Sky, where he's sort of quite I don't know in the past if he said, like, I'm English and that's what I want to do, but he's just gone a bit, I was really impressed for the lads and they did really well. He didn't quite say, you know, I can't wait, but I reckon.
Because Adrian Durham texted the other night saying, what a goal from Scott McTominay, and he's English. I was like, get in the bed. All of that nonsense starts. Come and join us, Harvey. You'll have a great time.
I think it would be. If he wanted to, and, you know, and he looks at, there are some quite good wingers playing for England at the moment. If he wanted to, I think he'd be an absolutely brilliant asset for you. Yeah, I really do. I don't mean that he's a brilliant footballer. I think on a great run of form, he would push to get in the England squad. And I think, you know, if there's great quality there, I think you should go. Yes, please.
Well, this is what Steve Clarke and his backroom staff had kind of done a couple of years ago, going back now, maybe from Euro when obviously Scotland played against England, and even then you were looking and going, Shea Adams, Lyndon Dykes, there was players who were going, okay, what's the connection here? So they've been digging into that. So I haven't heard this news, but it's now past my desk. I will do some digging for you, gang. Okay.
Thanks so much. Well, look, we this show is about breaking news, and so we like to break it individually to guests. That's what we want to do. So
special.
If anybody if you want to ring us out, 03717222224, we'll break some news to you personally. Thanks, Shaban. Have a good day.
Shaban.
All the best, guys. Enjoy Thick Thursday.
Thank you. Thick over Thursday.
Yeah. Thick over Thursday. Well, I'm not normally on, so it makes sense. Obviously,
well, it's not normal. It's normally, you know.
It's not normally Thick Thursday.
You know.
Yeah. It's hard. That'd be harsh on Paul, wouldn't it? Paul, yeah. It's a bright. You know, give Paul his dues. He's a bright guy. He's a
bright guy. Pretty good at his job, I'd say.
Quite good at it. Yeah, quite good at it. You know, rough around the edges, but you know, he'll do a job.
What I find annoying about him, he does absolutely zero preparation, Max. He doesn't, you know, he no journalistic instinct or, you know, doing his work at all.
I think the text topic, what annoys you about Paul Hawksby, A, wouldn't fly, and B, I don't think it's not the right time to do it, Charlie. I don't think.
Best in the business, Max, as I always say.
Yeah. There is a birthday spread at 3:30 this afternoon. I'm not feeling confident. I never do, but I did win the last one between us, so that is very exciting news.
Yeah.
I've obviously, you know, not that I would. Why would you prep? It's just a game, but
you can't prep. Prepping is cheating.
Well, of course it is. Of course it is. You can't prep in Jolly Hockey Sticks either, but that's a different quiz. We're not going to sully the afternoon audience with that quiz till we've worked out exactly what it is. It's Max and Charlie with you till 4.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Weekend preview on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. For more racing tips, check out their podcast, From the Horse's Mouth, with Ruby Walsh and our own Paddy Power. The podcast for racing fans, by racing fans. T's and C's apply. 18+, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, time to talk racing now. Here is Ryan McHugh from Paddy Power with all the latest news and odds. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, good afternoon. Hope you're well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Ryan.
very good. Thanks. How much did you enjoy the Troy? Where were you for Troy Parrott's winning goal?
I was actually racing at Navan. There was racing on last weekend. So the last race was finished about 20 minutes, and everyone got around the telly. There's only one screen showing it in the place I was in, and we all watched it. So after that draw earlier on, I'm hopeful we'll be able to get to the World Cup. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, we had Lars Siverton on, who is more of an expert on the Czech Republic and Denmark and North Macedonia than we are, and he said actually it is a pretty good draw for you guys. So yeah, fingers crossed. Anyway, give us the latest racing stuff, please, Ryan.
Yeah, plenty to get through the weekend, so I'll be as quick as I can. Real quality jumps action back again this weekend. Obviously, we had the Paddy Power meeting at Cheltenham last weekend. Punchestown, Haydock and Ascot are the meetings I think to focus on Saturday, lads. Starting at Haydock, the Betfair Chase comes up at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Gray Dawning was second in the race last season, but he will be primed to go one better this time round. He's currently 6-5 with ourselves, ahead of Irish Grand National winner Haiti Kalura on the betting. He's around 3-1, but he needs to prove himself at Grade 1 level. So I do think the favourite Gray Dawning is the one they all have to beat in that one. Before that, at 2:25, there's a long distance handicap hurdle. Although Jinko Blue makes his seasonal debut over this long trip of 3 miles, I think a mark of 145 may underestimate him back over hurdles. So at around 10-1, I thought he was a bit of value with an extra place we have on offer in that particular race. Over at Ascot, then, they host a couple of Grade 2 contests, starting with the 1965 chase at half one. All eyes will be on Ile Francais as he starts life off being trained in Britain this season. But I'd imagine this will be a prep run for the King George over the Christmas period. So I'll take a chance that Gidley Park might be fit enough to win on his seasonal debut. He was runner-up at Aintree when last seen in April, but he could be a horse to keep on side this season. Ascot Hurdle is next up then at 2:40. Although Woodhoo is the Irish challenger and the 11-8 favourite, I think that's plenty short in the betting. I'd be looking at the likes of Celtic Dino there, who got a big form boost when Alexei won the Great Wood Hurdle at Cheltenham's Paddy Power meeting last weekend. So I thought 11-2 was fair with that one. And before I go, I'll just mention that Punchestown hosts a couple of Grade 1s the weekend as well. The Morgiana Hurdle takes place on Saturday. Only 4 declared for that one this morning. Lossiemouth is the 4-9 favourite with ourselves at the moment. And then we get to see the reappearance of Gold Cup winner, I know the way you're thinking, on Sunday, hopefully, in the John Durkin Chase. Back to file will be a warm order on that one. Obviously, the trip suits him better on Sunday, over 2.5 miles. But it'll be interesting to see how Gavin Cromwell's I know the way you're thinking gets on Sunday, lads.
Good stuff, Ryan. Thanks, pal.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
If you want to keep up with all the latest racing news, Paddy Power's From the Horse's Mouth podcast is available every week. You can download the latest episode from your usual podcast provider now. 18+, begambleaware.org.
Weekend preview on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. For more racing tips, check out their podcast, From the Horse's Mouth, with Ruby Walsh and our own Paddy Power. The podcast for racing fans, by racing fans. T's and C's apply. 18+, begambleaware.org.
Keith has been in touch.
Hello, Keith.
Canadian Thanks to Lars for standing up for Canada, when we're likely better than every British national side and Ireland, except for England. I look very much towards hopefully playing Australia with our animated manager, Jesse Marsh. Of course, Jesse Marsh is the Canada manager.
Let's hope you don't go oot in the first round. I was doing a Canadian
More Canada bashing. More outrageous
oot and a boot.
Canada bashing. It's really good. Who's your favourite Canadian, Charlie? Who's your favourite Canadian?
Jodie Mitchell or Leonard Cohen?
Jodie? Okay, they're not bad.
They're pretty good ones. Mike Myers, he's Canadian.
Yeah, true.
Were you asking for sports people or?
No. I was just asking for your favourite Canadian. So, you've done it.
There we are. We've done that.
Yeah, you've won it.
Was that the quiz or who's your favourite Max? Sorry, I've forgotten how a conversation happens. Who's your favourite? Who's your favourite Canadian Max?
Oh, it's whoever played the Mountie. It's in Due South. That's of course.
Oh yeah.
Can only be the star of Due South. Very much. Was that Brendan Fraser?
You can't even remember their name. You like them?
No, it's just he played a Mountie. It's just the guy in Due South.
John Candy, of course.
And I won't hear anything else but the man from Due South. Have you seen that Cristiano Ronaldo was at dinner with? Here's a dinner, but would you host
Are we
this
really
dinner
getting
party?
into this, Max? This dinner? Are we getting into that? Okay, we're getting
You
into
don't want
it.
this?
Fine. No,
I'm just saying, would you and Mrs. Baker say, who should we have over on Saturday? I tell you what we said. Either we had Donald Trump, Mohammed bin Salman and Cristiano Ronaldo. Should we ever get them over? And your Mrs. Baker's like, could I have some of my friends as well? I think Sue and Gary would really get
Max,
on with them.
Snog, marry, avoid. I would like you to do with Donald Trump, Mohammed bin Salman and Ronaldo. I'm asking you to play the game, Max.
I'm not playing the game. Let's go. Can we go back to my favourite Canadians, please? Urgently. Now, have you watched any of Meghan Markle's With Love on Netflix? Have you watched any of this show?
Funnily enough, no.
It's amazing, right? It's amazing.
Is it badly good?
There's going to be a festive edition. It is absolutely mesmerising, right? So Mrs. Rushden watches a lot of these.
Okay.
I would call bad shows, the Kardashians and Selling Sunset.
But you watch a lot of football, Max, and it's the same. It's the same mental relaxation.
It's the same principle, right? And if I'm watching, I don't know, the Ashes on my phone at a cafe, she's like, if I was watching the Kardashians in this cafe, you'd be furious.
Exactly.
And I don't have an argument against it.
We've had this conversation in our...
Yeah. And it's true, but this one, because she doesn't let me watch them with her because I'm saying, well, that wouldn't have happened. This is not true. And who is
You're
this?
doing
And I'm saying, who's
VAR on Kim Kardashian.
I am doing VAR on, someone selling a $28 million house in LA.
What does poking for a chat mean? Doesn't even mean anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
This house has 28 velvet swimming pools. I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. You don't need 28. Anyway, but the thing is, she lets me watch the Meghan Markle one because nothing happens. It is sort of like it's like your brain stops. There's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing. Like it's a totally.
And what's happened? What's Meghan pitched as the idea?
She sort of has people to come over to make doilies or something, but you're not sure if they actually know each other. They occasionally say exchanged facts and then laugh when it isn't funny. It's it's honestly nothing happens. It's a bit like those shows. I think in Norway they have slow TV when it's just a fire.
Oh yeah, there's a good one of those. There's a good one of those they put on at Christmas sometimes. That is a sleigh ride, and in the Arctic. And it's 3 hours of a sleigh ride and nothing happens. So I love that.
Really
I love that.
But I do recommend, if you want to zone out, I really recommend it. I'm probably not the target audience, but it's quite fascinating. Paul Gross played the Mountie in Due South. Thank you, this text.
Do you think Meghan Markle, you know how Heather Mills pulled Paul McCartney by saying she'd never heard of the Beatles?
Oh, that's good.
Which is a great line, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Beatles? Who are the Beatles?
What are they?
Do you think that's how Meghan Markle sort of got next to...
the royal family?
The royal
I've
family.
never heard of the royal family.
The royal what?
What's that? How does that work? Do you all get along? Are you all nice?
Yes.
Anyway.
I don't want to meet all of them, thanks.
Just a few. In fact, now I've met them, I don't really want to meet any of them. Is Paul Gross Canadian? Did they hire a Canadian to play the Mountain Dew South? Otherwise, I'm still looking for a favourite Canadian. Steve Harmison's going to join us. He's not Canadian, but he is going to join us as Ashes gets underway. Wow, pretty soon now, isn't it? It's tomorrow afternoon, my time.
Paul Gross is Canadian. Paul Gross is Canadian.
Thanks so much. 12 hours away. Got me out of a hole there. Thank you, anonymous texter. So anyway, we'll do some Ashes stuff with him in just a second.
When Sir Jim Ratcliffe took control of footballing operations at United, the Manchester-born billionaire was somewhat welcomed in as a homegrown hero, ready to save the club from the dark days of the Glazers. But in just 12 months, he became a punchbag for many fans. So what happened? Well, let's take a look and you can decide for yourself. Over the last 3 years, the club lost 300 million quid, and Ratcliffe rightfully committed to sorting that. But what seemed to get fans' backs up is the way he went about it. For example, talkSPORT understands staff lunch options at the Carrington canteen have been reduced to just soup and sandwiches, which the higher-ups at the club say will save them 1 million quid a year. Now, that might make sense for many who don't get free meals at work themselves, but it does get a little bit more picky than that. It was reported that after staff brought some stationery, they were ordered to send sellotape back because it wasn't considered to be essential. And the reward for being Steward of the Week used to be 50 quid, but that was scrapped and replaced by a paper certificate. But it's not just seemingly stingy decisions. In 2024 alone, Ratcliffe oversaw 250 redundancies, and more were announced at the beginning of 2025. Now, while there are people who acknowledge United staff numbers are overinflated, it's the optics which aren't great. Add to the mix the introduction of a flat ticket price of 66 quid for every fan, even children, while Casemiro's on 350 grand a week, and the frustration of fans reached fever pitch. Time will tell whether Ratcliffe's cost-cutting measures will improve outcomes at the club, but one thing's for sure, there's a long way to go for United to be back where many say they belong.
Ashes preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Stream every test live on Discovery Plus or watch TNT Sports channels on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, let's look at ahead to the latest cricket with TNT Sports and in the company of Steve Harmison. Welcome, Harmy.
Hello, Harmy.
How are we, gents?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, good.
Warmed up.
Good, thank you.
Steve, ready?
I'm very ready. Sorry, I was miles away there. Yeah, ready. I can't wait. It's so exciting, and I think the should we say the trash talking? I've had enough now. I just want as much as I was famous for the first ball, I can't wait for it this time because I'm just sick of people having a go at each other. I mean, especially people who have got no interest or no connection to the series whatsoever. I know we're going to talk about Monty and Steve Smith, but I mean, it is getting a bit beyond. I think now Ben Stokes, Steve Smith, walk out, blazers on, toss the coin, and let's get on with it because, I mean, I can't wait for it. But there's been too much nonsense talk now.
I mean, I feel like now I don't want to play the clip of Steve Smith talking about Monty Panesar on Celebrity Mastermind. I mean, there are other things to talk about regards this test in Perth. But anyway, this is what Monty Panesar said. Let's keep having a go at Steve Smith for Sandpapergate. This is what Steve Smith had to say back.
I'm going to go off topic for a second here. Who of you in the room have seen Mastermind and Monty Panesar on that? Any of you? Yeah. Well, those of you who have, you'll understand where I'm coming from, and those of you who haven't, do yourself a favour because it's pretty comical. Anyone that believes that Athens is in Germany, that's a start. Oliver Twist is a season of the year, and America is a city. Doesn't really bother me, those comments. So, that's as far as I'll go with that one.
I mean, in Monty's defence, Steve Smith has he ever faced a pressure situation, Steve Smith? That's the question, like the mastermind chair.
No, I don't think he has faced the mastermind chair. I mean, the snow in the northeast at the minute is turning me round the twist, never mind anything else. But yeah, look, I mean, I'm not not disappointed at Steve Smith having a go back at Monty Panesar because he's right. I'm not sure what he's achieving by doing that. I'm also not a big fan of what Monty said. Steve Smith's one of the modern day greats, if not one of the all time greats. He's definitely an Ashes great with the way how he's played. So the disrespect of that, yes, he was in charge of Sandpaper Gate. It was a long time ago, and people are allowed to make mistakes. And from that point of view, that should never define anybody's career. I make a joke of the first ball of Brisbane. It didn't define my career. So if somebody was wanting to bring it up, it really didn't really bother me. But the two captains have come out with a couple of lines so far in the build-up, which I think shows that the pressure is on. And Ben Stokes saying that, Michael Vaughan, Sir Ian Botham and Graham Gooch calling them has-beens on the BBC. I think that might have been a slip of the tongue by the England captain. And this little bit of Steve Smith possibly is just, feeling the pressure going into what is going to be a big day tomorrow in Perth.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, actually. And I don't think Monty needed to bring it up, and Steve Smith can do what he likes. I mean, the game is what matters. And actually, given that Pat Cummins is out, given that Josh Hazlewood is out, and given how difficult it is to win a 5-test series away from home, I think one team have done it. It's really, really hard. This is a massive opportunity, this test match, isn't it, Harmy?
It is. It's a massive opportunity. But, and I've said, on talkSPORT many times leading into this, we haven't got to look at the past because McCullum and Stokes don't really think like the teams of the past that have gone. England haven't won for 15 test matches in Australia. They haven't won for 15 test matches in Australia. They haven't won for the last 14 test matches in Perth. And everybody goes on about Hazelwood and Cummins being out. They've played 9 test matches without them both in recent past. They've won 6, drawn 2, lost 1. So as much as they're a big loss, it's still in perspective of that they're in their own back garden. They're a very, very difficult team to play away from home. Brendan Doggett's going to come in, Scott Boland's going to come in, who are in decent form. So England have got a huge challenge on their hands. Saying that, I'm back in England because, like I said before, McCullum and Stokes don't think like the Hussein Fletcher before that. The Cook and Silverwood, or Root and Silverwood, combinations. These have played the game completely different in the last 3 years, and I think that's what excites all England fans. Thinking of what could be come the middle of January.
Yeah, last time I spoke to you, Harmy, was you just done a brilliant conversation with Andrew Flintoff for talkSPORT, and you were discussing the mental pressures of playing for England, and you were discussing how you felt in that game when you did bowl that opening ball, how you weren't ready physically, you weren't ready mentally, you felt like you may have been in the team sort of because your friend was captain. Those pressures are interesting on this side, but also I don't think Bazball, Brendan McCullum, gives those favours away. He doesn't seem to give those England places away.
No, I think what comes down to it, I think, is when you're talking about pressure situations. Me and Darren Goff had a chat yesterday at the end of Sixers when we were there for H&J yesterday afternoon, and we talked about pressure, and I think it's going to go on one of the podcasts. You don't feel pressure in international cricket. Elite sportsmen don't really feel too much of pressure. It comes down to preparation. And if your preparation's right, you're very highly skilled to do your job properly. Like you two fine gentlemen. If you've got your notes in front of you, you've got a chance of nailing the show like you have done for the last
never know. One day.
And it's been exceptional.
I'm sure there's times you've both getting to a point where you've gone, oh no, what am I going to do now? Because I've got no idea what's coming next. This sometimes happens in elite sport if you're not prepared, and that's what happened in Brisbane to me. I've got no doubt whatsoever England are ready for that first ball. They're ready to give Australia a good crack, and Jofra Archer does not give me any any realms of confidence that he's not going to be ready to deliver that first ball. Yes, he's going to be a little bit of nerves. But Jofra Archer against Usman Khawaja, I think will be the matchup for the very first ball. I think whatever happens with at
toss,
10:30 or wherever the toss, what time the toss is, it's going to be England bowling first. I think Stokes will bowl first. I think Australia will bat first. And the contest will start with Jofra Archer bowling to Usman Khawaja. And I've got full confidence that Jofra Archer will be in a better state of mind and a better position than what I was nearly 20 years ago.
It'll be fascinating, isn't it? Last 5 games, win the toss, you bat, you win at Perth. But if England win the toss, they will probably bowl, won't they? Is this a short question, Charlie? Because
I just want to bring up. I just want to bring up the point that we have Steve on, and we talk to him about that opening ball all the time. We have Mickey Gray on, and we're talking about that penalty all the time. Yeah. We have Chris Iwelumo on, and we talk to him about that miss all the time. These are the things that make you a great talkSPORT pundit, obviously.
Again, it comes back to the very point that we're making about the Monty Panesar and Stephen Smith. It's like that did not define Michael Gray's career.
No.
We went on to bigger and better things, same as Chris, same as myself. I won the Ashes 2 years later. So these are, the Sandpaper Gate was a bit different because there was a lot more sinister, and it was the spirit of the game was being in question. But it should never define the guy's career. It should. And I was critical of him at the time, but this guy he's got over 10,000 test runs. He is an Ashes great. And I thought it was a cheap shot. I think there's been a lot of cheap shots in build-up to this first ball. I actually think possibly, and as much as I love Monty and he's a great friend and a great teammate, I actually think that's probably the biggest cheap shot we've heard so far in the build-up to a test series for a long, long time. And I didn't think that was warranted towards somebody, I think, who deserves a little bit of respect for what he's done on the field as opposed to, a mistake he made in South Africa.
I mean, it does define Mickey's career. I'm kidding, Mickey. I know you're listening. I'm just kidding. Cheers, Harvey.
Thanks,
Good
Harvey.
man. Take it easy. You can tune into the latest episode of How to Win the Ashes on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Is out today. Latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily out now as well. Cricket editor John Norman, Aussie writer Jared Kimber, and 2005 Ashes winner Steve Harmison just then bringing a special edition as they run through everything you need to know ahead of the Ashes. If you want to hear more, then the talkSPORT Daily is available on all podcast platforms now, and you can watch every test exclusively live on TNT Sports. Subscription is required.
Ashes preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Stream every test live on Discovery Plus or watch TNT Sports channels on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology, Rick. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
You're listening to Rushden Baker on talkSPORT in partnership with Toolstation. Check out Toolstation's unmissable deals.
Okay.
That's what it is. Great offers on hundreds of trade brands. Next up, Toolstation. Premier League returns. Biggest game of the weekend, 4:30 Sunday. Arsenal versus Spurs. Joining us on behalf of Paddy Power to look ahead to that game. He played for both. It is Sol Campbell. Hey, Sol.
Hello, Sol.
Hi, guys. You all right?
Yeah,
Everyone all right?
very good. Thank you. Very good.
Very good. Who are you supporting in this one then, Sol?
No one.
No one. I see you've not even worn a white shirt, Sol. You've worn a beige shirt, a mixture of the two colours.
Yeah, nice. Just be in the middle, nice and easy. Sit on that fence.
I mean, look, the big news is Gabriel's injury for Arsenal, isn't it? And that is huge for them in both boxes because not only is he a brilliant defender and a brilliant leader, but he is so effective with their set pieces.
I think Gabriel has really shown his worth, not only just as a leader, but, nicking those goals and being a presence in both boxes. That's what you need, going forward as a top centre half. If you can kind of defend and then also nick a couple of goals at the other end and make the difference and, move the kind of needle for you when it comes to performances week in, week out and become like, almost he needs to be one of the first on that list, on the team sheet. That's what he's become that. He's carved it out of himself. He's with performances and the way he's kind of conducted himself. It's been incredible. He's done a really, really top job, Arteta, with him. But Gabriel's done a really. They're going to miss him for sure, that presence. But they still have enough. But yeah, he is a big threat. It's a big character in the team, and they've just started to kind of settle. And it happens. People get injured.
Yeah, I suppose the thing is what we've seen with Arsenal so far is whenever there's been an injury, the depth of the squad, someone has come in and it hasn't been. So Saka was out for a bit and Madueke was great. And then, the reverse happens. They've had issues up front, haven't they, with people being injured. So whoever comes in, you imagine the depth again. They probably pick Mosquera or Hincapié, I guess, or move Calafiore over. Like they've got depth. And that's what's been really impressive about Arteta and his side this season.
I think, go to Mosquera, I think he will go in. I think they kind of took him out a little bit because maybe a little bit, not naive, but just a little bit of, I'm not saying wet behind the ears in certain scenarios. But he's definitely a top replacement. And he's going to be obviously an incredible player going forward. But you're right. The depth is incredible. It's about now using that depth to the best ability and picking the right team to kind of do the job.
You played alongside a lot of other centre backs. Sol, can you remember one as quick and with as much pace as Mickey van der Ven?
Sol Campbell.
Yeah, you think? Were you as quick as Mickey, Sol, in a foot race?
I think you guys have to remember how quick I was. And yes, it was. We didn't have all the technology around, but I was rapid.
Okay.
I was rapid. And you can look at all the stats and things like that, rapid. Also, I could move at the same time, not just in a straight line. You're going to be able to change direction as a top centre half. But he's definitely, he's one of the quickest out there. And top centre half, imposing as well. Great left foot. Yeah, he scores that amazing solo run as well. I remember doing one of those for the World Cup, England versus Colombia, but I couldn't finish off a goal though.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember it. I was on Magnetic Island in my gap year in Australia, and I remember just this. We were watching on a big screen. I'd had a few. It was early in the morning, but still, I remember that run. And of course,
the header.
I remember you scoring that goal,
Sol,
and celebrating and celebrating and celebrating. It's an outrageous. It's still outrageous. It wasn't given.
Yeah, I think, when you go to those kind of levels, that's when you wish VR was around, because then the referee won't be able to wriggle out of it. Because, when you look at it, the ball's come past the 6-yard box, Shearer's gone up. You don't jump up, to the ball like a salmon with your arms by the side.
No.
If the ball swang, it would have gone into the keeper and Shearer would have put his arms out. I can see where the free kick could have come about. If he's come out of the 6-yard box, he's jumped and they've both missed the ball. They've both missed the ball.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I'm still furious about it.
I am sorry. Is it Arsenal's title to lose, Sol?
I think when it comes to Arsenal this year, they're emitting that kind of quality of it's there. It's how you use it going forward now. Don't respect the momentum. Do not kind of consistency. Don't get bored being consistent, and that's what they've got to do now. Don't get bored being consistent and keep going, because Man City is they're starting moving now. It is theirs to kind of lose, but I think you gotta anything can happen. Anything can happen. Just keep working, keep respecting, keep working hard, keep getting those wins. Look at Sunderland. They nearly nicked it at the end. That shows quality as well. But the main thing, you just never know. So always be on your toes, respect the teams around you, and keep going forward step by step and be consistent. Do not get bored, being consistent. And, every now and again, you need that individual class and top players pop up and score goals. And they've got that.
On England, and obviously, the qualification campaign has been brilliant. Didn't concede a goal. We, as we always do, go in with far too much hope. It's hard to win a World Cup. There are lots of other good teams that play. Jude Bellingham has been a fascinating story here. He doesn't have the 10 jersey at the moment because Morgan Rogers is playing very well. Some people have been critical of Jude Bellingham, and Ian Wright has really supported him and actually come out, I think, today and has sort of basically said that some journalists, he sees this as possibly like a racist attack on Jude Bellingham, on the fact that there are some people that, and in Wright's words, they aren't ready for a black superstar. I just wonder what you make of the criticism of Bellingham, if I've articulated it well enough, what Ian Wright feels a bit.
I think when you look at it, you've got to look at it in different ways as well. Jude has gone on an unbelievable trajectory. He kept on going, did a really good job at Borussia Dortmund, then chose not to come to England and went to Spain and done unbelievable there at Real Madrid. And sometimes, his first season scoring all those goals is almost like a centre forward for Real Madrid. An incredible first season there. I think the fans and I think journalists have just got so used to him playing unbelievable football and scoring goals. So in anything kind of drop short of that, they're kind of on players like that. It happened to me. I would make even a half a mistake, and the journalists will be on me like a flash. And then you see some other players, I don't know, make 10 mistakes, and they've just kind of missed. I think they've put him in a high regard because he's a top player, still young, incredible future ahead of him as well. Just need to keep his feet on the ground. And you get these blips, you get these kind of questions of journalists who I don't know. Not everyone's your friend. I think you gotta get on with it. There's some journalists who are going to be on your side, and it's just like the world. Some people are with you, some people are against you. I think the main thing is he's got a great team around him. He knows what he's doing. Is level-headed, incredible player, superstar. At a fantastic club. Is the football at his feet. He can do whatever he wants. He's got great engine. He can score a goal. Got great personality, and you need personality. I think you have to realise that to get to that kind of greatness, you need that personality. You can't. There's some people like playing and just straight up and down, but he's a modern style top player. And sometimes if he's in a different country, I mean, sometimes the press are a little bit easier on the players. I think England has always had that. It's nowhere like how I used to have it, and players around me used to have it. It's definitely calmed down. It's nowhere near the level. I think if you look through all the articles and the papers articles and the fans and all that kind of stuff, it's nowhere near the same. Maybe obviously the internet is big now, so you've probably got a lot more kind of verbal abuse online. But when it comes to kind of how they're really picking everything out of your game, journalists is nowhere near the same as in writing time, my time. It's definitely cooled down a little bit. And sometimes, some writers want to dig a little bit more and I don't know, make a name for themselves. But I think Jude is an incredible player. He knows what he's doing. I think England is very lucky to have him. And I think, a black superstar, great. Why not? I think it is what it is. It's the 21st century now. Let's move on. Our country's got loads of cultures and things like that. He's come in and he's put England first. He's done a great job. Unbelievable player. I think sometimes you've got to congratulate him.
Thank you, Sol. Lovely to chat. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers, guys.
Sol Campbell there. So we'll keep you posted, of course, on the North London derby on Sunday. And look, we will hopefully we're late for the news, but I'd like to go back to what Ian Wright said, because I have found some of the coverage slightly, I know you have as well, slightly uncomfortable. And it's really interesting what Ian Wright said. I should read out all those quotes in just a second. It's Max and Charlie here on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Commercial vehicles that go the distance for your business. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
With the 3 o'clock headlines on, Tom Clayton, good afternoon. Wales and Northern Ireland won't both be able to qualify for the World Cup They've been drawn in the same playoff pathway, with Wales first having to face Bosnia and Herzegovina and Northern Ireland having to go away to Italy. It means Wales may have to face Italy to qualify, but former Wales forward Robert Earnshaw isn't all that concerned.
Italy just lost 4-1 to Norway. Right now, this team is very good, but not historically very good in terms of big names going out and beating most people. They're not doing that right now.
The Republic of Ireland, meanwhile, will first play Czechia, then potentially one of Denmark or North Macedonia. Ray Houghton has told us there's a belief about the squad at the moment.
We've gone from a team in the first three, we picked up 1 point, to a team in the last three that won all three. We beat Portugal, we beat Hungary. So obviously the dynamics has no change. People are now looking at Ireland in a different light. They're now thinking, you know what, they're a tough team.
Get the full draw at talksport.com. Now, Christian Fuchs is back in English football, this time as a manager. The former Premier League champion with Leicester has just taken on the Newport job with the side bottom of League Two. And there's less than 12 hours until the first Ashes test gets underway in Perth. Down under, some of the Aussie media is questioning Joe Root's status as one of cricket's all-time great batters because he's yet to score a first-class century on Aussie soil. But the former Australia captain Michael Clarke has told the How to Win the Ashes podcast he's a great regardless.
I don't think you should be just judged on Ashes series. I think, like I say, as a player, your career is your career, and I think that's what you should be judged on.
All the build-ups on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.
talkSPORT News.
The government's biggest overhaul of legal migration system in 50 years has been announced, and one of the UK's most notorious sex offenders has been given a 37th life sentence. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Whatever the weather, our range of services is longer than the queue at the Chippy on a Friday night. Tyres, MOTs, brakes and more. Book today at quickfit.com.
There are weather warnings for ice and snow in place, particularly in northern Scotland and on eastern coast. Otherwise, mostly sunny but cold.
Ho, ho, ho! The Christmas Checkout Challenge on talkSPORT with Asda. That's prices no one can be a Grinch about. Ho, ho, ho!
Time now for a new competition. We're playing the Christmas Checkout, thanks to Asda, giving you the chance to win £2,500 of Asda vouchers just in time for Christmas. Joining us now, randomly selected from all our online entries, are Rebecca and John. Good afternoon, Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
Oh, do John first.
Okay.
I'm told to do John first. Sorry, Rebecca.
Hello, John.
John. Hello, John.
Hi, guys. How you doing? You all right?
Very well, John. Very well.
Very well. Will you spend all of this money on sweets?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've got such a sweet tooth. And donuts as well.
Okay.
Love donuts.
First thing Asda have asked us to do is go da 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 da. And what do you do then? Little tap on.
Well, I know.
Little tap on the backside is what you do then, John. Tap tap.
I know what you do. Is Rebecca ready, or do you want to do John first? I'll explain how it works. You will hear a different sequence of items played out, John. All you need to do is recall as many items as possible as soon as the 30-second countdown timer starts, okay? Whichever one of you or Rebecca, who currently clearly is not here, wins £2,500. You may win by default. You win £2,500 of Asda vouchers, okay? If it's a draw, we'll go to a tie-breaker question. So listen carefully to your list of items, and then...
So I listen first, and then I go after,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Listen first and go after. It's trickier if you go now when we haven't played you the list. So
if you go now and Rebecca's not here, I mean, it'd be me and Max listing goods from Asda.
Okay, so look, what I'm going to do, John, we're going to concentrate. Listen really hard. Then you've got 30 seconds. Here we go. Here's your list.
12 pigs in blankets, a Lynx Ultimate gift set, a large British turkey, a pair of Remington hair straighteners, a Christmas pudding, a packet of sage and onion stuffing, 12 party mac and cheese bites, Paul and Charlie's salt and pepper pots, an exceptional by Asda toffee and pecan roulade, a cuddly toy.
Ooh. Okay, John, here is your timer. It starts now.
Okay. A Lynx Ultimate kit set, a large British turkey, pair of Remington hair straighteners, Christmas pudding, a packet of sage and onion stuffing, 12 hearty mac and cheese bites, Paul and Charlie salt and pepper box, an exceptional white Asda toffee and pecan roulade, and a family toy. I don't know. Is that a toddler toy?
Very good.
It is really
Very
good.
Quick writing down. Did really well.
That was really solid stuff. Well, let's see if you will beat Rebecca. You will, because she's not here. Look at that. £2,500 of voucher. Rebecca, what have you done, Rebecca? This was your chance. Hey, congratulations, John.
You've won.
Yeah, you've won. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get in.
Thanks.
Get in.
There you go. £2,500 of Asda. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Wow.
That's paid for Christmas, isn't it? It's paid for Christmas. Absolutely. The big
And
shop.
the rest.
The big shop at Asda this Christmas. £2,500. Have what you like. Get the posh stuff.
That's sorted my Christmas out. Cheers, lads. Over the moon with that. Absolutely buzzing.
Good
nice
news.
one.
Good
Delighted
news.
for you. Congratulations.
Cheers,
well done,
Cheers.
pal. Stay on the line and someone will, send you a leather hold all of cash. How big's your big shop, Charlie?
Well, not £2,500. That's what I'm saying. It's like a big shop, and then whatever you like from George at Asda, whatever clothing you want from George.
Yeah, anyway, well done, John. If you'd like the chance to take part next Thursday, enter online now at talksport.com/competitions. That was Christmas checkout, all thanks to Asda.
Ho, ho, ho! The Christmas Checkout Challenge on talkSPORT with Asda. That's prices no one can be a Grinch about. Ho, ho, ho!
Now, Charlie, it's getting a bit self-indulgent when you just get the chairman of the club of the team that you are playing against at the weekend.
Can I
But
tell
it
you,
is what's happening.
I'm excited by it. I've had nothing to do with setting this up at all. It's absolutely excellent that we've got Eastbourne.
Simon Leslie is the chairman of Eastbourne Borough FC. How are you, Simon?
Hello, Simon.
I am lovely. Thank you very much for having me.
Good stuff.
No, it's a pleasure. And you have a documentary. Yes. Well, look. Who's going to win in that game? Let's get the serious stuff out of the way.
I think they should. I think you should set off tomorrow about 11 o'clock, Simon. You'll make it, no problem. Eastbourne to Torquay regional football. It's only about a 6-hour trip.
I think it's a 13-hour round trip.
Yeah.
Well planned.
Yeah, but there we are. There we are. That's how it goes, isn't it?
If my plane's not late, I still miss the match.
Tell us about this 7-part docuseries that you have.
Well, when I made this crazy decision to buy a football club, I wanted to tell the story. So I started filming from the day I arrived, actually, even on the first visit to the club. And this is sort of the culmination of last year. And this is the best bit, I think. I think the first season was so horrible we left it on the cutting room floor. Last year was a great year, best ever points for the club in its history, and this tells that story. But it does a little bit more than that. It goes really behind the scenes to show what it's like to own a football club.
Sure. I mean, we want to see the pain, though. You need to get down on that cutting room floor. We want to see we need the narrative arc here, Simon.
Don't worry, Series 2 is just it went from there to bottom of the league for the last 11 games. So we've definitely got the arc ready, and hopefully we'll have that roller coaster arc that we're up and down again starting on Saturday.
Starting on Monday, yeah. I hope you've taken Tommy Witherington as manager out of Aldershot. Good guy, Tommy. Good manager. Quite a big scalp to get him, I'd suggest, for Eastbourne.
No, it was really good. He's been there before. I think he felt there was a bit of unfinished business, and we've got lofty ambitions, and he echoed those, and I'm glad he's here. I can't understand a word he says, but I'm glad he's here.
Paul, we had a message from Paul saying, Eastbourne Borough, my local team. There are 3 big teams in Eastbourne: Town, Borough, and United. Convince the fella, i.e. you, to merge them for a best of all, he says. I mean, that would certainly add some spice to this documentary. I've probably upset a lot of fans by even reading that out loud.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. We sold out the stadium 4 times last year, I think. Something that's never happened in its history, and the 200 or 300 people that pop into the other 2 is, just tell them to come up the road.
Yeah,
we're playing decent football now. They need to make a decision to follow the money or whatever.
Having watched National League South football for the last few years and the National League football for the last 8 years, the level and the standard is really, really good for about 60% of the game, isn't it? There's always a mistake, which is what makes it very exciting. But the fans are there. You say you're getting 3,500 a game. Torquay are averaging 3,500 a game this season, which is the same as a lot of clubs in League Two. It really shows the strength of the pyramid, doesn't it?
I think I don't know when it's spanned, but definitely the crowds have gone up. We're not getting 3,500 this season. You know, they come out when we're winning.
Right.
They're less favourable when we're losing. You know, you have Torquay. You've got some really big teams in this league now, and it's really tough to get out of it. And the quality of the football and the quality of the wages, the quality of the players. You know, we've got Andy Carroll playing in this league.
Yeah.
It's much more challenging. And you know, when I started this 2 years ago, it was tough. Now it's about 100 times tougher.
What's the hardest bit?
There's no order to this. These are equally hard.
Okay.
I didn't realise how stupid I was. Didn't realise how fat I was. Didn't realise how much abuse I could take.
Right.
I didn't realise that there was such an easy way to burn money. It's not a level playing field because you've got everyone's having a go, as they say down here. They're having a go, and when people have a go, they do things which we won't do. And you know, we're trying to run a proper business, and it's hard to compete when others, you know, don't do things quite the right way.
Wow, that's interesting. Look, we're slightly tight for time, but we should get you back on because once we've had a watch of this, it's on your official YouTube channel. It's going to be premiere in the US on Reach TV. Well, it did that sort of a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But look, yeah. Good luck with it, Simon. Thanks for coming on. I am obviously impartial in the big game against Torquay. Charlie isn't, but good luck this weekend as well. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Simon.
Thank you very much indeed.
Simon Leslie there, the chairman of Eastbourne Borough FC. So, yeah, go to their YouTube channel if you want to see their documentary called Owning Eastbourne. And Tim Vickery will join us in just a second.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How do you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
There is Tim Vickery's music, and Tim joins us now. Hey, Tim, how are you?
Tim.
I'm very well. I trust you gentlemen are wrapped up warmly.
Oh, yeah, very warm, thank you. I'm in a very modern studio, Tim, and Max is in Australia.
I'm in a shed in Melbourne, actually, although I have got, I was in shorts, obviously, today, but I put trackies on because it's slightly later. It's more when I leave the shed. The bats, the fruit bats that fly quite low, I've got to avoid them before I get to the back door.
Do you have bats in South America, Tim?
Yeah, do you have bats in South America? It's a great question.
We certainly do, but shut up with the bats and let's work on making him jealous, because you said this morning that you were in shorts. Later on today, Charlie, I'll probably go for a little dip in the sea. It may not happen, but I think I can do it.
Let's
stop it. Where do you want to start?
Let's ask our Brazil back, and is Esteval the new star?
Look, can I give you a stat here?
Yeah.
No, the last time that Italy played a knockout game in the World Cup, Esteval wasn't even born. Now, how's that for a stat?
Wow.
Don't tell you don't say you don't learn anything from me. And he's so young. And here he is, 18 years of age, and nothing phases him. And it's a goal a game for Brazil at the moment. They got a lot of good headlines after that 2-0 win over Senegal at the Emirates on Saturday. Not quite so many back home, especially after the 1-1 draw with Tunisia on Tuesday. But certainly Ancelotti has got the team to work in a way that it wasn't working before, even with four up front. They're looking defensively pretty solid. Whether they'll be able to do this, this is my big doubt about them, because the conditions in which the World Cup is going to be played will have nothing to do with a cold spell in November in either England or northern France. It's going to be extremely hot in many of the venues there in the World Cup. Will they be able to play four up front then? Because the system does rely on those four getting back behind the line of the ball, because it only leaves you, unless he finds a way to sneak 12 onto the pitch and hope the referee doesn't notice, it does leave you with only two in the centre of midfield, one of whom is Casemiro, who will be 34 come the World Cup. So that's something I think we will only find out come the night, because the only games they've got left until they call up the World Cup squads, looks like it's going to be France and Croatia, both in the United States, but both in March. And March is not June, July. But certainly they're looking so much better than they were a year ago. What a difference a coach makes.
How comforting for Manchester United fans that there can be a phone in the World Cup going, can Casemiro play in a two? And it won't matter to them. It'll be someone else. Now, look, there was obviously so much happened this international break that it might have passed some people by, that Uruguay got absolutely hammered by the US. And so I was sort of fascinated. I mean, I don't know how good Uruguay are, Tim, but from that I'd say not that good.
Well, it's Bielsa. Yeah. And when he came in, you thought, this could work. This could be a fit. And they started off like a train. They beat Brazil, one of the easiest wins Uruguay's ever had over Brazil. They inflicted the first defeat on Argentina, the world champions, in Buenos Aires. They were scoring plenty of goals. And then middle of last year came the Copa America. And they started off very well, and then suddenly they hit a wall, and the goals just dried up. Last 8 rounds of World Cup, 12 rounds of World Cup qualifiers, 8 of them they failed to score in. What's going on? Luis Suarez retired from international football, and he was spitting blood about Bielsa. About the players can't stand him. He doesn't talk to them. If he meets them in the corridor, he won't even greet them. You wonder sometimes if Bielsa's kind of aloof brand of eccentricity works better with older players than it does with younger players. Maybe he's yesterday's man, and maybe some of the things that he had that it made him so revolutionary, the high press, strangling the opposition, maybe they've just become mainstream, and the man who was once ahead of the pack is now behind, because the results and the performances recently have been poor. And on Tuesday night in Tampa, they were 4-0 down before half-time, and it gets worse. And I know they didn't have Valverde, who's probably their best player, and they didn't have Darwin Núñez, but they were stronger. They were closer to full strength than the USA were, and the USA coached by Mauricio Pochettino, who's a kind of Bielsa protege. This was the apprentice doing one on the sorcerer, and they were so dreadful. They were so appallingly bad. And good players as well. Bentancur got himself sent off in the second half when the game was already lost. But he was dreadful. He was late everywhere. He was late all the time. Ugarte of United, who I rate very strongly, just anonymous. Good. They're a bad side with some good players. And in the press conference afterwards, Bielsa just found 20 different ways to blame himself. And he's called a press conference for tonight.
Right.
Now, he has a track record of... He doesn't do interviews. He only does press conferences. And he has a track record of calling these press conferences to say, that's it, adios. See you later, boys. So no one knows in Uruguay yet, because they haven't sacked him. They're not sacking him. They're saying, stay on if you want. But it could be that he thinks he's reached the end of the road. So press conference tonight. Will Marcelo Bielsa resign? At the moment, the only person who knows is Marcelo Bielsa.
Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Are the I don't know how across Suriname you are, Tim. I know Bolivia in the because they're sort of they're in CONCACAF, but they are in South America, right? So I don't know where that fits in your area of expertise. And then Bolivia in that Confed playoff as well, aren't they?
Yes, Bolivia are. Now, Suriname is one of those strange ones. There's a few countries there that geographically are in South America, but culturally aren't. And it's quite hard to get to South America from South America to them, and they kind of go northwards. And Suriname, Curaçao as well, who qualified for the World Cup, extraordinary things. That little tournament we're going to get in March, it's one of the most fascinating random international tournaments there's ever been. We've got a couple from CONCACAF, we've got Bolivia, we've got Iraq, I think, and we've got Dr. Congo.
Yeah, and New Caledonia, of course.
Yes. Isn't that going to be fascinating?
It's going to be great.
So interesting. Quickly, it's the sort of Europa League equivalent this weekend.
It is, the final, the Copa Sudamericana, the South American Cup. Not very imaginative name, I think, really, but at least they got the continent right. It's a game that's taking place in Paraguay. It's Brazil against Argentina. It's Atletico Mineiro of Brazil with the player probably known to you as Hulk, but known to us over here as Hulky. Still going strong at 38. The coach there is Jorge Sampaoli, who was Chile's coach when they won the Copa America. He was disastrously Argentina's coach. He was the coach of Sevilla, who did very well with them. Could have become the Barcelona boss had he not chased the Argentina job. Very much a Bielsa clone. Is he a man out of time as well? We shall see. His opponent there, Atletico Mineiro's opponent, is Lanús of Argentina, coached by former Liverpool player, former Liverpool assistant coach and former Southampton manager, Mauricio Pellegrino, who has a chance of winning his first title. So this is an important moment for Pellegrino, because I'm sure that Pellegrino, who's got a lot, played for Barcelona, he's as an assistant coach, he's got an excellent track record. I'm sure he wants to get back in the big time. Would love to come back to European football one day, and getting a title on Saturday, Lanús against Atletico Mineiro of Brazil. I think it's a huge day for him.
And Maurizio Pellegrino isn't Manuel Pellegrini. Just those, because I know everyone is listening going, that they're very different people. Anyway, thank you, Tim. Always lovely to chat.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Tim Vickery there. If you see him having a swim in the Pacific Ocean later, do say hello from us. Birthday spread is next.
When Sir Jim Ratcliffe took control of footballing operations at United, the Manchester-born billionaire was somewhat welcomed in as a homegrown hero, ready to save the club from the dark days of the Glazers. But in just 12 months, he became a punchbag for many fans. So what happened? Well, let's take a look and you can decide for yourself. Over the last 3 years, the club lost 300 million quid, and Ratcliffe rightfully committed to sorting that. But what seemed to get fans' backs up is the way he went about it. For example, talkSPORT understands staff lunch options at the Carrington canteen have been reduced to just soup and sandwiches, which the higher-ups at the club say will save them 1 million quid a year. Now, that might make sense for many who don't get free meals at work themselves, but it does get a little bit more picky than that. It was reported that after staff brought some stationery, they were ordered to send sellotape back because it wasn't considered to be essential. And the reward for being Steward of the Week used to be 50 quid, but that was scrapped and replaced by a paper certificate. But it's not just seemingly stingy decisions. In 2024 alone, Ratcliffe oversaw 250 redundancies, and more were announced at the beginning of 2025. Now, while there are people who acknowledge United staff numbers are overinflated, it's the optics which aren't great. Add to the mix the introduction of a flat ticket price of 66 quid for every fan, even children, while Casemiro's on 350 grand a week, and the frustration of fans reached fever pitch. Time will tell whether Ratcliffe's cost-cutting measures will improve outcomes at the club, but one thing's for sure, there's a long way to go for United to be back where many say they belong.
Toolstation, unmissable deals, great offers on hundreds of trade brands. Next stop, Toolstation. Let's get on with the birthday spread. Because we spent too much time talking to Tim Vickery. Andy Jacobs is here, Andy?
Good. Hello, Andy.
Oh, yes, it is a bit late, isn't it? Never mind. Oh, I must apologise for some old jokes in this one. I couldn't be bothered to waste any new ones on Max.
Well, I said that. You just do easier birthdays for him. He thinks he's really good at it. But I say you just do people you know for Max.
Hey, I'm on a winning run, aren't I, Jeff Peters?
You are indeed. Buenos dias, senores, Rushden, Bacons and Jacobs. You did win last time, Max, incredibly. Charlie's in great form.
Charlie Bacon.
Well, Charlie might be in great form, but not against me. 1 from 1. Come on then, Pele's here. Let's get on with it.
Okay, first birthday of the week. It's the comedian Dom Jolly.
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm invited to a fancy dress party at this time of the year, I usually choose to go as Dom with his famous big phone. Yes, 'tis the season to be jolly.
Very nice. Jolly hockey sticks.
Who's going first?
Who's first?
Max, I think.
Max is first.
I'll go first.
He won last time.
Dom Jolly is 56.
53.
58. Good start.
Oh,
Max.
well done, Max.
Thank you very much. Oh, don't patronise me, you lot. I'm in it for. I'm well
That was
number
a
5. For goodness sake.
genuine compliment.
I just can't get the adrenaline going for playing Max. It's like a sort of friendly. Do you know what I mean? Sort of,
Very early.
it's like a pre-season friendly. I can't really be bothered with it.
What are the scores, Jeff?
Testimonial.
It is a genuine. Max 2, Charlie 5.
Max 2, Charlie.
There we go.
Jeff sounded like he was falling off a cliff then. Not very bad.
He's in a passing car, isn't he? Max 2 going up. Here we go then. Birthday number 2.
The cricketer and coach Waqar Younis.
Oh, yeah.
Waqar Younis. And every year he marks his birth with the legendary children's entertainer Timmy Mallet, who loves to celebrate Waqar Day.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Waqar Younis.
I say Waqar Day, Max.
No, sorry, Andy. I was trying to work out how old Waqar Younis is.
Please laugh, Max, or he gets so cross.
No, he knows how I deal with this. He can't tell me a joke when I'm trying to work out the age of Waqar Younis.
Waqar Younis is 52.
I'd say Waqar Younis is 67.
Oh dear, no, 54.
Oh no!
Get in.
Oh no!
Wowee!
I was so
What a
confident.
shame.
I was so confident.
Spent all that time looking it up.
There must be something in playing the Boxing Day test on the Waqar at some point.
I can't believe I've ruined the spread. For God's sake, Jeff.
No, it's
what's the score?
very early days.
It's a joke about Waqar Day, and you very much weren't wide awake on that. You're 13 out onto 50, 12 onto 7.
Yeah, I like
what
it.
a great line.
Tell you what, Jeff's jokes are great when you can't hear every other word.
They work much better. Anyway,
here we go. Birthday 3.
It's the fine actor Lisa Bonet.
Oh yeah.
Was she in Prince of Bel-Air or Cosby, something like that? Anyway, Lisa Bonet, American actress. She's just opened a hat shop, actually, with former England rugby star Nick Easter.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, their sales tend to be around late March and April.
Very nice.
Well, this is tricky, isn't it, Charlie?
Can you touch the ball in the Cosby Show?
Can we not give clues of who people are, please?
Well,
if people don't know who people
I couldn't hear it anyway.
Charlie, we know it was a Huxtable in the Cosby Show, but there's quite a broad range of ages.
I know who she is. I know who she's been married to. I know who she is. Do I know how old she is? I've no idea.
That's outrageous, you know who she is. So she was in the Cosby Show.
Why is it outrageous? I know who she is. I'm aware of popular culture,
She
Max.
could have been one of the kids. She could have been his wife.
Yeah, it could have been his wife, yeah. I mean, to be honest, in the Cosby Show, any one of them could have been. I'll stop there.
I don't know. 53.
Have you guessed, Charlie?
53.
I think she's closer to 60. I'm going to say 59.
58.
There we go.
Okay, well done, Charlie.
Is
Jeff on Mars? What's the scores, Jeff, if we can hear you?
Jeff.
Are you on Mars? Max 5 out onto 20. Charlie Bacon's 1 out onto 8.
8.
Okay, here we go.
They love this game in Mexico. Anyway, it's the Chancellor of Edge Hill University and former television executive, Channel 4, Channel 5, Dawn Airy. Dawn Airy. And I always used to go to her house for breakfast with Dave Lee Travis. I'd have the full English, but Dave would have the airy cornflake.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Good one for
Lovely.
the kids.
Really good one for the kids. Whack, 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 oops. Dawn Airy. Say what she did again, please, Andy.
She was the boss of Channel 5 and Channel 4 at different times. She's now Chancellor of Edge Hill University.
Yeah, okay. She's 66.
That's pretty good, actually. She is 68.
65.
There we go. Damn it.
Should have just gone one less or one more. That would have been
She
good.
just said the right age.
See, I saw Wacko Eunice when I was really young, playing for Surrey at the Oval, and he must have been old then, and I was older than I remember.
I think
Anyway.
you used to let things go. Just don't dwell on it. Just move on. Realise it's a waste of time anyway. It's just an easy way to get to the end
What's the
of
scores,
the show.
Jeff? What's the scores, Jeff?
That children enjoy.
Thanks very much. Spent about 5 hours of my life on this. Tremendous.
Andy, we only have to waste half an hour. Andy wastes 5.5 hours.
We don't have time for this, Charlie. What's the score, Jeff?
Charlie, 1 out onto 9. Max, 3 out onto 23. Your Mars.
Here we go. Next one.
Final birthday.
Last one before the break.
Final birthday for half time. The cardiothoracic surgeon, Sir Magdi Yaqub.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Magdi Yaqub. I'm very grateful to him, actually. He's allowed me to retire by agreeing to take over my role on the show. I can't wait to hear Hawksby and Yaqub.
I'd love to hear that.
He is.
I don't know if he's still going to do the birthday spread. I haven't asked him.
Yeah, he might do, yeah.
He's 74.
I've written down 73, Max, so we'll stick with those scores, shall we?
No, he's 90, believe it or not.
90, wow, well done.
Yes.
He's going to be great.
him.
It'll be nice to have some younger blood on the birthday spread.
I was gonna say, is he still working? Is he still? Because if you walked in, if he was still working, you'd say, "Oh, are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure you can still?"
It's not like the
still
till,
good at
it's
this
not like
level.
the tills in a charity shop, is it? When you're having your heart done.
Oh, there we are.
Modern sports nutrition is so good these days that you can be a thoracic surgeon at 90. Anyway, halfway through the spread, what's the scores?
Max, 16 out. Charlie, 17 out on that one. At half-time, it's Max, 39. Charlie, 26.
Second half coming up in just a second.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How did you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Here we go then. 5 birthdays to go. The score is 39-26. It's in Charlie's favour. Andy Jacobs and Jeff Peters with us. Can I come back from, adversity, I would say, Andy? I think there's still time. Let's hit us with a joke, and I promise I'll listen, Andy.
Have we got time for a couple of listeners' texts?
Yes.
Phil in Liverpool says, 2 direct hits, the surgeon did me, kids game waste of half an hour. Paul says, if Magdi Yacoub did the birthday spread, it would have to be renamed the birthday ribcage spread. Very nice, Paul. Thank you very much. 32 at half-time, surgeon did me. Steve from Wincham, it's a stupid game. Is Jeff on Mars? Steve from Wincham. There we are, we move on.
I love a cardiothoracic joke myself. Anyway,
Thoracic Park really was a good film.
It really was good, wasn't it?
Scalpel.
Anyway, here it is. Here he is, the economic geographer, vice-chancellor and principal of the University of Birmingham, Professor Adam Tickle.
Oh, yeah.
Professor Adam Tickle, and I'm the proud owner of a set of saucy seaside postcards he's just designed with the Norwich City wide man, Jeffrey Schlupp. I love a bit of Schlupp and Tickle.
Really good.
Very nice, isn't it? Oh, Andy's got his own applause machine. It's good. I like it. Vice-Chancellor, and what else, Andy, sorry?
Oh, God, hold on. Economic geographer, vice-chancellor, principal, University of Birmingham.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sure, I made it up.
65.
65. That's not, I think Adam Tickle's younger than that. 63.
61.
Oh, okay.
Work.
Chipping away.
Okay.
Chipping away.
Chipping away.
There we are. Mr. Tickle. Chancellor
Jeff?
doesn't sound right, does it? Go and see Mr. Tickle. Mr. Strong
Jeff?
isn't available.
Jeff, are you there?
Oh, no. Where's he gone?
Jeff?
Oh, no.
And Charlie 4 out onto 30. 41 plays 30.
41
plays
30. There we are.
He's
Very
really
nice.
got a terrible line. Here we go.
He's literally phoning it in today.
No, it's worse than that, isn't it?
It can't be worse. The film director, François Ozon.
Oh, yeah.
And I always see him in the betting ring at Cheltenham, taking bets against the favourites. Other bookies wanted him out, but I said, you can't get rid of the ozone layer.
I liked it, yeah. I mean, I saw it coming from when you said ozone. But other than that...
I saw it coming when I said Francois. Don't worry about it.
Anthony says, big week on the spread for university chancellors. Yeah, absolutely right. It's
yeah,
great week.
It's Chancellor Week.
Great week to be in the business of university chancelloring. Francois Ozon.
Frank Ozon.
Well, his mates call him Frank. I've given it away. His mates call him Frank.
Frank
Ozon.
Yeah.
Frank
Ozon. What does he do? Great gladiator.
What does he do? Film director.
Film director. That's all we've got to go on. Francois Ozon. And it's you first, Max.
He is 74.
Yep. So I want to just hang around with you. So I'm going to say 75.
No, it's only 58.
And there we are. But you see,
working out for Jeff.
175.
Yeah. Okay. Jeff, what's the scores?
Okay. So, 16 now. Charlie, 17.
What?
Who knows?
Where have you gone?
I think he said he's.
Where have you gone?
I think he says it's 0-0. Charlie said it's
57
0-0.
plays
I did hear
40.
it. Still 0-0.
No,
Okay, here we go.
57 plays what?
57-40.
57-47. 57-47.
Okay.
I think he's because he's on his headphones. Take your headphones out, Jeff.
That's the worst line anyone's ever had on TalkSport.
And that is God, and that's such a high bar.
It really is.
For TalkSport.
Okay, it's the author, Tibor Fischer. Tibor Fischer. And he used to run the butchers in the high street. And I always used to go to him for the meat for my spaghetti bolognese. You couldn't beat Tibor mince.
Oh, lovely.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
Charlie, it's you.
It's me, is it? Tibor Fischer.
Tibor Fischer.
And we're just getting author. That's all we're getting, is it?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
I ain't got a clue. Max is well read.
Yeah,
he wouldn't let you know it, but he went to some good university, and
he's the most intelligent man on TalkSport.
He really is. I mean, that is a bit like saying
the bar. Once again, the bar, Andy.
It's like Andy. That's like saying the best-looking man in Yeovil. Okay. Tibor Fischer is. I've no idea. I'm gonna let Max in here. 60.
60. I mean, the thing is, you've let me in, but you haven't let me in, have you? Because actually,
you might know who he is.
I've got to play smart. I don't know who he is. 2, 4, 6. We've just got to get to the end. So, 61.
66.
Ooh. Okay. So, sorry, what was that? Because somebody
66.
66. Okay, right. 66.
He's 66.
Jeff's going to do the scores in the WhatsApp
on WhatsApp
group.
now. It's
really
via
exciting.
WhatsApp.
So they're coming in. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Typing. Jeff. Typing.
That's ridiculous.
Typing. This is really exciting. Except we stopped typing. So
now we can't even do the typing. No one can do the
typing.
What did you say, Matt? I said 60. What did you say, Max?
I said 61.
61.
Okay, so you are on...
Oh, no, there's got 3 dots.
You're on 62.
Max on 62. Dot. Charlie, 53. Here we go. 9 minutes. How many to go? 2 to go. 9 minutes.
2 to go, yeah.
2 to go.
Okay, the economist, Professor Sir Partha Dasgupta. Dasgupta. And he was managing our local football team, actually, and decided to play me out wide. He set me on the right, Partha.
All Partha.
85.
All Partha. Professor Sir Partha.
That's ridiculous. he was actually on the buses.
Partha.
Partha. Quick game's a good game, Charlie.
All right, yes. All right, Professor Sir Partha. Which you said 85?
I said 85.
Yeah, and I'm 9 ahead. Okay, so I'm going to go 86.
He's 83.
Okay, wrong way, Regals.
Okay, 8
opens it, Max. You've got a good chance here. Very good chance here.
Okay, 8 in it, Andy. Here we go with the last one. There's 8 in it.
Okay, it's the Conservative MP for Havant, Alan Mack. And Mark Morrison couldn't believe Alan's birthday had come around again.
Really?
Okay,
Exactly.
Alan Mack, Charlie. What are you going with,
Alan Mack, Conservative MP. Doesn't sound 22, I will say that. Alan Mack, and I've got 8 to play with.
Yeah.
$59.
50.
42.
Oh, no, it's a draw. It's a draw.
No, you were 8. There were 8 in it.
There was 8 in it, and you said,
in it, and I went
he was
9.
42, and you said 50. That's 8.
No.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
He's right. It's a draw.
Oh, damn it!
I've got a tiebreaker.
Hang on.
No, I've got
not
a
a draw.
tiebreaker.
Charlie says no. Not a draw. Jeff says not a draw.
Why not a
Jeff
draw?
Peters is typing in not a draw. It was 8 in it. You guessed 59. I guessed 50. That's 9. So I was 9. So I'm 9 ahead of you. Max 8 out onto 72. Charlie, you were It's coming. ...
You're not
... 17 out onto 73.
I don't think this is right.
Max wins
I think
by
it's
1
right.
point.
That's right. It's right. Thing is, the scores have been all out. It doesn't sound right. It sounds like a draw to me. We'll call it a draw. Thanks for playing.
Drive is next.